What's going on, everybody? I'm Wolfbane, your host. You're tuning in to All Facts Podcast. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We got a good episode for you guys today. We got a couple of good guys in the building. Got my man Big C in the motherfucking building. You feel me? What's going on, Fred?
Yo.
Yeah, we got our guest today. We got the legendary, the immaculate, the savant, DraeLondis in the building, man. Y'all give Drizzy a big round of applause, man. The original Future in this bitch, you feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
Man, I used to walk around Alabama A&M campus. Everybody be that man, this Future, goddamn.
That is a cold hard fact.
Them cold hard facts.
You right.
Going all the way back. Man, let's jump into this shit, man. We got a lot of hot topics to get into. Let's talk about this bullshit, man. The Sukihana shit, bro. My man YK Osiris going crazy. Man said that he apologized for the shit. So essentially, did y'all see where they were even at when that was going on? Because I
don't know where it was at, but it looked like
basketball
it looked like it looked like that. But how he came behind her though, it's like they was on the stage, wasn't it?
No. It looked like they were like off court or something.
For real.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was real weird energy.
And how he just grabbed it though, that was.
I mean, he had already had like previous stuff like that happen. Like, what was that one song he did? Like, I Will Give You the World, like Baby Girl, when that was popular. And then like people were making fun of him because like the next year or two right after that, he had that thing where he like had a domestic violence or something. He hit some woman and stuff. And it was like right after that song. So they're like, what happened, man? Like, you told her to give you the world, not these hands. Like, like, and now he back in the news again about it. Like, he said, well, music ain't popping off. He gonna pop someone else. I mean,
yeah, I mean, that just goes to show you, like, you know, men grossly underestimate or overestimate how in they are with a woman a lot of the times. And I feel like that's why you have so many women with sexual assault stories. You know, where it's just like a lot of times dudes just be going for it because dudes that have sex a lot go for sex a lot, you know, and they misread the room. And it's not excusing no behavior, nothing like that, but it's just.
I don't even think Cole misreading the room.
what room was he in?
I don't even know. I don't even know what he had going on because even how he approached her, then grabbed her.
Nah, he just totally misread.
Yeah,
like, I mean, and it's like looking at it and understanding the situation.
Break down the situation for me.
I don't know the whole.
I was gonna say.
I don't know the whole situation. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like the situation that everybody is seeing, right? All we see is him walking up behind her, grabbing her face and stuff, and it's just like us looking at it. It's just like we would never do that shit. But he, in his mind, had to have believed that she was just with the shit.
So well, like, because oh my bad.
No, you go ahead. That's
I was just gonna say real quick.
Go ahead, BC.
That's the you know. Not everybody, but like I guess like a lot of mindset of people when they're like famous and rich, they have a lot of money. They think it's like, oh, most women are just gonna sleep with me. They're gonna allow me to do this stuff because you know
I blame Donald Trump.
Have a lot of money.
Blame Trump. Blame Trump. He said when you're famous and it's been going on for the last million years, you can just grab him by the pussy. Yup. I blame Trump. This is a prime example.
We just got demonetized.
Yeah.
Right there. Boom. How long did it take? What's the time? Right?
4 minutes in.
We make it past. Hey, that's almost a record. That's almost a record.
Hey, it is what it is.
What were you about to say though? My bad.
No, I was gonna ask. I don't know what I was gonna say, honestly.
My bad. I made you forget. That's my fault.
I thought you were gonna say that you knew more about the situation.
Oh no. As much like I said, as much as I can deduce from that, it's just like, you know, a lot of people, I mean, say if you're Drake or somebody, you go somewhere, you know, they fly him out all these places or whatever. They think, you know, they're just automatically assuming that. And I feel like there's a certain level of, you know, popularity or like, you know, you get rich, like you said, with Trump and stuff. They're just like, people just assume. I mean, that happens all the time. Obviously not okay what he did, but.
Is he famous enough to do that?
That's what I was about to say. Some people be delusional.
Yeah. No. And that was a point that I was making too. Like, not on here. I was talking to somebody else. But I was just like, when you're in that circle, I think that you get delusional. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you hang around Drake, you probably think that you're at least in talking conversation with the nigga, even though Drake is a household name and you just obviously not. That don't stop the hype from being around those people to go to your head.
So he do be around Drake.
Yeah.
He'd be around. I will say the one thing I'll say about it is that first, I don't think it's, you know, it's not okay for any level of, you know, superstar or someone to be doing that. But I will say that you've probably seen the other videos of like, who was it? I don't think it was Post Malone, but you've seen like videos where like celebrities will have bring people on stage and they'll try to like make out with their guests or do things like that, and normal people will like curve them. And then they'll be like all surprised or like upset and things like that. It's like, no, man, like just because they're famous, like you can be told no, and I've seen it because it's always a big issue or a big clip because some people are like, oh, such and such got curved by a normal person. I wish I could think of one off the top of my head right now.
As if normal people just don't have boundaries.
I think like,
exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
I think they probably have like the Trey Songz. I think having the Trey.
Well,
Trey Songz is another example of a motherfucker that just be doing shit, but we've had an uncomfortable amount of situations happen here recently with a lot of men doing a lot of trash shit. It's eye opening because with how motherfuckers talk about the red pill community so much and all of this other stuff about how women don't take accountability and so on and so forth. That's why I say all the time, like we gotta do that. Like we gotta start holding ourselves accountable when we see one of our own acting out. If we don't do that, then the other side is going to look at us like, look at how we look at police officers when the one next to him don't be like, but you saw him doing the shit, you were just complicit with it. You know what I'm saying? Look at how we look at them, right? So it's just like you got to think about in likeness people, maybe not to that extent, but still look at the other group like y'all just gone. Y'all think that this is okay because ain't nobody saying nothing.
So should we be looking at what's the name? Living My Best Life.
Living My Best Life.
Yeah, the comedian. What's his name?
Duval.
Yeah, Lil Duval and the other guy that was next to him, because they both just sat there and was like, yeah.
So there was this conversation on Twitter, and I saw this. A girl basically there was a conversation basically. She was saying that women, and I've seen a couple of women say this, that women got to start sticking up for themselves, and women shouldn't be waiting on a man to stick up for them, this, that, and the third. And then other people were coming back and saying, well, women shouldn't have to be protecting themselves from predatory men. There should be other men being able to step in, like saying that, hey, you don't need to be doing this, on and so forth. I think obviously the truth is in the middle. That's
a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I think it probably go by like how you was raised too, though.
Yeah,
because I was raised and not even like I mean, we don't condone that type of.
Yeah, no,
we don't really condone that.
That's kind of lose-lose,
especially where we from. Yeah. Especially if that's like your cousin or some shit. I'm just saying your cousin.
Yeah.
Now I'm your sister. Like, nah, if you was there and your man, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, but I mean, like how you said, it's in the middle, and this shit get shaky.
Yeah, it's very black and white.
Because she can shake it though.
If you like you said, stood up for them or whatever, a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't need a man standing up for me or speak for me or whatever. Like I can do it for myself. And then there's also that's a
conversation that needs to be had.
And then there's the opposite side, like you said, that they shouldn't have to do that. They shouldn't have to be dealing with these issues and stuff like that. But one bad apple makes everyone else look bad. Right. Same thing what you're saying because you're standing next to them. That's why you hear all the time like their favorite slogan is like all men are shit. You're like, well, damn, I didn't even go outside Saturday. Like, I was in the house gaming. Like what I do.
I think that too. It there's no way to remove the element of subjectivity to it, right? But I do believe that the way to start probably would be to pay more attention to the actual situation, because I do feel like it varies from situation to situation, right? If we out somewhere, if you out, you see a dude cussing at a girl or something like that, should you intervene? Should you get in? You know what I'm saying? Probably not, in my opinion, because it's just like you don't know what this dude is on. You don't know how the situation started.
Sometimes you gotta know when to mind your business.
Right. Sometimes you gotta know when to mind your business, which is why I agree. Which is where I agree with the first girl that was just like women have to be ready to step up for themselves. You know,
that's why I say it get kind of shaky too, because I know some women that going straight up. I feel like though low key, just a little bit. She could have got up and pushed him all the way up off of her.
But that goes to a point that my wife was saying, where it's just like you don't know what you're gonna do until you're in that situation. And even though she exudes a lot of sexual energy, that doesn't necessarily mean that she also doesn't have boundaries either. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's just like
that reminds me of that one funny Chappelle stand up part where he was like, just because I'm dressed like a whore does not make me one. And he goes, I will say that. It's like, you're not a whore. But you are wearing a whore's uniform. He makes that joke. Not saying that's what's going on, but I mean,
but she definitely like got like as far away from it as
Yeah. She
really
was running.
could.
Like, it was very, and that's why I said in that situation, I once again, I don't know necessarily what I would have done. If I was standing there and I was around Buddy while he was acting like that, but I probably would have clowned on his ass, like, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just the type of person that I am. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people might just not be versed enough or have enough nuance in their personality to be able to correct somebody like that. Because you got some people that people already don't take criticism well, right?
Nope.
Then you add on the element of people not being able to communicate well, right? So it's just like, it's very easy for a man to approach another man and it instantly become violent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I think a lot of women don't factor in when we have this conversation.
But I mean, like, but even like how she betrayed herself, you still can't even, you just can't do that. You know what I mean? You got to come to the situation with consideration. Even somebody do betray themselves sexuality or revealing
like, Brady
this and
open mouth kissed this girl.
Yeah,
like,
you
can't.
Wow.
That is wild.
Like,
and then especially like if Shawty reaction is just straight running away and then like, you feel me? Because I ain't even watched the whole video. I just saw when he was like, oh, that's crazy, and I just swiped.
Yeah, but I mean, long as we, what'd you say? No. That is also a good question, but that's why I think we were asking in the beginning. Nala asked if we knew where her team was. I don't know. I think that, but that's also why we were asking in the beginning, like, where were they even fucking at?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Because even if you do that, you delusional as hell.
That's what. Yeah, for sure.
Like.
But most dudes are, bro. Most dudes are. You think about most dudes that I know that feel like they got a lot of women or feel like they get a lot of women. A lot of times they be some real creepy ass niggas, and a lot of times, am I lying though,
bro?
They be some real creeps, and like they get shit on a lot. You know what I'm saying, by other women.
Some niggas like that at work.
Yeah,
yeah.
And if you talk to the women that like they be talking about,
it's crazy.
Like hear their side of the story, it's always like, ugh, that nigga's gross.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
guys,
that's crazy.
It's so hard to, because it's true, but at the same time, it's like you get a bad rap because again, it's like one person makes us all look bad. Because like some people, like you said, are really just like super awkward and like don't know how to talk to women, and they are delusional to a T.
Right.
And I've sit there and sat, and I've actually had conversations with people. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, like I like this person. We've been talking stuff like that," and it's like, it hasn't gotten to like the movie type level where it's like stalker, to where they're like, "I'm like, oh man, you're definitely dysfunctional." But definitely, I've run into some people that have literally been like, "Oh yeah, like you know, me and her, you know, we talk. That's my girlfriend type stuff." And I'll go and talk to her. I'll be like, "Are you dating that next year?" I don't know that nigga. And I'll just be like scared. I'll be like,
yes, bro.
And I'll be like, he literally just told me he was dating you. So get a restraining order. But
the crazy thing is though, and this is something that we have to acknowledge, there is a community of people in this world that operate by the standards of what YK Osiris did, right? Where you have some women that are just, you know, that are just like that, where they just like, ooh, he did X, Y, and Z. Ooh, girl, he got money, so I'm an X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying. That's why he probably assumed he could do it, because he's probably been doing it for like, you know, years and years.
Yeah.
My cousin's gonna beat your ass.
Exactly. No, like I said, it's not everyone, but
like
I
my
said,
cousin's gonna, I swear, like I just know for a fact. That's why I said get a little shaky, but like how you said, like everybody in this situation, they don't know what you'll do, but I know for a fact.
You know, the reason you probably don't see it more is because when people do that, they're doing it with fans that are crazy about them.
Right.
So for instance, like, and this is, I'm not saying this to the people, this is people out there doing it. I'm just giving you a notable name. But say Drake goes to do a concert.
Cool.
And there's groupies are thing for a reason. Like everyone knows what happens. Everyone knows what goes on bands and tour and things like that. But like say he does a concert stuff and he went and did that to somebody, 9 times out of 10, every single girl there would love for Drake to. I mean, like obviously there's gonna be people with like, you know,
you gotta know your place.
And no, true. And I'm not referencing saying this is okay. I'm just saying this in the term.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
In that area, he would probably be right to assume that he could probably just grab a girl and kiss them, because every girl wants to probably sleep with Drake. That's the thing. And if Osiris probably did that at say one of his concerts and everyone was there to see him and he did that to a woman, he probably would have gotten away with it.
Who the fuck is this?
Again,
I ain't gonna do Buddy like
again,
that. I ain't gonna do Buddy like that.
I'm just saying.
That might look like. That might look.
And I'm not using that to defend anyone. I'm just saying that's probably the thought process.
Yeah, no, for
like
sure.
They probably done that so many times at other places and got away with it. That's because no normal guy who works 9 to 5 that's got money just going up. Like no one's got that confidence in the game that just goes like I don't care who you.
Maybe
like,
not the Suk. Maybe not. No.
Hold on. Say that again.
It's some mother.
Y'all hang around some disturbing circles.
No.
Y'all was about to say name. You're like, oh, I got a nigga for this.
Yeah.
No normal. That's why I said normal. A perfectly normal. No normal 9 to 5 guy. I don't care how good you could look like a straight 10. Is just walking up, grabbing a girl and like tongue kiss, and he was like, "How'd you like that?" Like, you know what I mean?
I see what you're
like that's
How'd you
what,
like that? Is crazy.
like I don't care. You ain't got Riz like that. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's what Drew said.
This shit different as hell. You can't find this shit nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be an
Hey, bro, you can't find that shit nowhere. Go ahead, BC. You can't find this shit nowhere.
All I'm saying is you gotta be a different type of dude to even in your mind think you can get away with something.
Philosopher Fred, you right too. That shit is crazy. That shit different though.
If he had kissed her on the
But look,
forehead, you
what's so
probably
crazy
wouldn't have
is
this conversation.
You sitting right here
Probably
speaking
still
facts,
would.
bro.
Probably still
I
would.
appreciate
You
that.
speaking facts, my nigga.
Long story short, man,
Yeah,
niggas be gross, bro. We gotta not be like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my brothers. If I catch y'all being like that, I'm gonna beat y'all ass. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Respect.
You go.
and if y'all catch me being like, if y'all catch me being
No.
like that, man, whoop my ass, bro. Like that shit.
I'm gonna beat the fuck at you.
For sure, and I'm gonna let you. I ain't even gonna fight back, bro. I'm like,
even if you fight back, I'm winning that time. Nigga. I'm gonna let you know
For sure.
something.
We got real hostile real quick.
I'm so weak.
God,
My fault, Big C.
God
My
damn.
fault, cuz I ain't even know that
Yeah.
you felt threatened over
Yeah.
there. What we
and
watch?
folks will.
Shit, Fred, get my pistol. Get my pistol.
He said,
Hey,
take out the strap. Oh, folks were comparing that situation to the Home Depot girl, man. Folks were saying apparently it was this fine ass girl supposedly from working at Home Depot, yada this, yada that. A picture of her went viral. Dude started doxing where she stayed at, which not where she stayed at, where she worked at, which I mean, I think they started like saying like putting out her name and where she works at.
So I was following this girl.
talk to him, philosopher Fred.
Fred, what is you doing?
He a philosopher, man. You gotta always have
It was just funny. He goes, people were putting out her name and address. Fred jumps in. So I was following her.
That's fair.
Philosopher Fred just
I did.
already
That
been
was
lead.
some bad timing, but
Some
like
bad
I just
timing.
happened to follow her on Instagram, and so when I first seen the story, like she first put out a post. She put a post of her in her Home Depot uniform, and somebody like tweeted was like, "I know she's a good girl because she could have an OnlyFans, and she chose to work at Home Depot."
Right.
Now, where I feel like the issue started is because Shorty came back. It was like, this is so disrespectful. This is so, whatever. It made it like in reality, that was like y'all tell me if you disagree with like that sounded like a compliment to me.
I think it's pretty disrespectful, actually.
I think you on the right
What?
path, philosopher Fred.
I feel like it's pretty
How is that disrespectful?
Because you just telling her she could be out there doing porn, but she not. But I mean,
Right. He said, I know she's a good woman because she could have an OnlyFans. She could be making money off her body.
It's a backhanded compliment.
But she is choosing to work a regular job.
No, true. But it's how he said it. So he went.
That was how he said it.
I don't even think that it was necessarily about how he said it. I think that the problem was just a natural, inevitable lapse in communication.
The first thing he did was make it sexual. The first thing he did was basically saying like, "Damn, I would jerk off to you if you had OnlyFans." But you don't. No, for real. Let's be
But
be straight. That's why she found it disrespectful. Because he basically, if you go out, because he could have just said, "Man, she's a good looking girl and she's out here working hard, and he could have kept it pushing, but he went out of his way. He made it sexual on purpose, basically saying like, man, I'd love if you were on OnlyFans, but you're not, but she's working a good job. It was a backhanded compliment. That's
But
all it was.
I don't think that's fair because you can't put words in man's mouth.
That's what I was just- that's
I
what I
typed the tweet out and said she could have made an OnlyFans, but she chose a regular job.
It's not putting words in someone's mouth if
That
they're
is.
implying it.
It's not
You
implied.
can say this. I can say, man, you pretty smart for a black dude or something like that. Now, you could that. What is that implying? That can mean a lot of things. I still said you're pretty smart, but what did that last part imply?
That last part implied that most black men are not smart. However,
Or comparing it to
there
a lot of
are
things, I'm saying.
a substantial amount of beautiful women who have
Yeah, I'm about to
OnlyFans,
say overall,
who are strippers,
That's true.
But overall,
who are sex workers.
No, and I get that.
And he's saying, but she, and it's like, first of all, I'm assuming it was a joke, but like, I don't know. You know, I guess maybe I'm wrong.
No, I'm going off of her. I'm playing devil's advocate on her side. I'm saying why she would have found it, or a lot of women, is because it's the same. It's the same thing. So, for instance, like I've helped women out like lifting stuff, and I've literally gotten the thank you for helping me, and I've also gotten the I can do it myself. I've gotten both of them.
So like right there.
So some women are going to find
when they take it, it's just how you perceive the information that's given to you.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. She's probably looking at it as like,
and that's why I said
at the end of the day though, he really saying that you bad enough to have OnlyFans. You know what I mean? And make way more money than Home Depot. But how he led with the sentence, he said, I know you're a good girl because you're not doing this and you making money for Home Depot.
And
that's overall what he's saying, but it's just how you take the shit.
Yeah, that's why I said I think that it's just a natural lapse in communication. So I hear what you're saying, and I agree to a certain extent, being that the implication of the OnlyFans put down other women, and she's probably sensitive to that matter, which is why she probably felt the way that she felt about the initial tweet. It doesn't necessarily mean that and I agree with you to the extent that he was genuinely probably trying to give her a compliment at the expense of other women and other women doing OnlyFans and shit, saying that, oh, this is what a good woman is. And so she was probably more offended at the idea that you're using me to prop up what a good woman is, also all while putting down other women who do this other work, and she probably didn't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's all about, that's why I said I feel like it was just a natural lapse in communication. The dude, we as men sometimes do what white people are notorious for doing, which is being racist without knowing that they're being racist, right? A lot of times we're misogynist without knowing that we're being misogynist. And he may have genuinely been coming from a place of good intentions, but you know, the old saying is the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right?
I mean, personally, I haven't read the tweet. I haven't read the context clues. But to me, it doesn't sound like that's what he was going for. Like I said, I could be wrong because you can only read, and defer so much from
how people view the fucking OnlyFans anyway, bro. Like but then you got some people that's on OnlyFans. They're reading books. They're really reading books, and people are going to their OnlyFans to listen to them read.
You know, ain't nobody talking about them motherfuckers.
I know that. I know
Subscribe to my OnlyFans and listen to me read Harry Potter.
He's doing
Sorcerer's Stone. Get the fuck out of here.
He's doing damage. He's doing damage control. He's over there like, no, OnlyFans. They read books on there.
They be reading books.
I got 3 subscriptions. They all reading books and shit. Bitch ain't finished Lemony Snicket's chapter 3 yet. Like,
so weak, man. But yeah,
but no, I'll retract a little bit what I'm saying, because I do believe that yes, you could be putting words in his mouth in the sense that he could have meant it that way.
Right.
I'm just saying, I personally don't believe he meant it. He meant it the way it sounded at this, just because of like you could have worded that way better.
And the thing that I think that what he's trying to say is it wouldn't be too far of a stretch to believe that he has feelings about OnlyFans girls from the way that he said what he said.
Got a couple subscriptions.
I was gonna say he probably got,
but overall though, people make choices every day. You know what I mean? And he made the choice to say that tweet.
Yeah,
he could have at the end of the day, he could have reframed it. He could have said, "I know you're a good girl." Left this shit at that. But
Yeah.
nah.
Nah, if she's as bad as people are saying, he definitely had. Man, like if you
Yeah,
going
she-
out of your way,
She bad now.
if
And
you
folks
going
was-
out of your
I ain't
way,
gonna act like she ain't fine as hell.
Shaq. I think Shaq even acknowledged her some shit like that.
Shaq was at Home Depot,
She
cuz.
lived
That's
in her
another thing I was
DMs.
gonna say.
Shaq was
We
trying
got-
to get.
Hey, have you seen the stuff that he uploaded? Like, okay, cool. The shawty posted this stuff. You know what I mean? So then we got these dumb people. Oh, you just messed up your bag, girl, because you posting this. You messed up your shot. You know what I mean? Because he was in her inbox. Like 2 days later, Shaq uploaded another video. Cuz got the Home Depot thing on. Hey man, cuz like, I don't know.
Shaq a wild
And then I'm
dude.
just gonna be honest and be like, I bet she did quit low key. She probably with Shaq, cuz.
She probably getting some of that
Hey,
beast.
hey,
I
if she
swear,
would-
I swear,
hey,
bro. Look,
if
bro,
she
look.
would-
Shaq on
if she
Shaq
would-
in the food.
And then so
dog.
ironic
Yeah.
that nobody think about that also.
Hey,
like,
if she
and
was
so
Shaq-
ironic because you know what's so crazy?
I
It
wanna-
did happen like that. Shaq did upload that video, and he
Bruh.
was in Home Depot doing this and that, and then
Hey.
he did that little shit at the end. Then next thing we know,
Hey, if
Shawty
she
quit, Shawty
if she
gone.
was Shaq, then rest in peace to her and her eulogy. We need to know what her eulogy started because she definitely did.
The last woman, ain't
Shaq,
died.
Shaq up there, yeah, when I don't Depot. And yeah, I went in there. She was beautiful, so I went in there. Put my thing in them. Yeah, but we had a good game though. You
But
know.
Cuz did do that, and
Shaq
more
put
than
a-
likely, Shaq went to the right Home Depot.
Shaq put on her general's insurance.
Come on, bro. She's straight on, bro. To be honest, I bet she don't need Home Depot no more.
But no, you
Probably
know the
not.
reason. You know the reason they brought that up and they said all that stuff. You guys know Sky Bree?
Nope.
Okay.
Teach the people.
Yeah, man.
So-
Speak some facts, Big C.
Sky Bree she dated like Jake Paul. Everyone knows Jake Paul, right? She dated Jake
Motherfucker.
Paul, whatever. But she used to work at Target, and
Sky
she was
Bree.
this really really bad chick. And then she pretty.
Is she light skinned?
No, she's white.
She white. I don't know.
She was this really really bad chick, and then I think I don't know the whole. I don't follow them like that, but basically someone had did the same thing and was like, you should do OnlyFans or porn, and now she does like porn or something like that, and she makes like millions of dollars, and then she started, and then once they get that high, then they started getting attracted to the people like Jake
think I
Paul's and
probably
stuff,
do
and then
know
she
Sky
dated them
Bree.
but I mean, so it's pretty much it's almost the exact same thing. It was like someone was reaching out, they were like, oh, you should do this, started doing it, then they got popular, and then they made like one of the people that made millions of dollars and that stuff. But
And the thing is that pisses me off is that you have a lot of dudes that be coming at women talking about some look. A woman can work at Target and pull a nigga like Shaq, but the other way around wouldn't be possible. And fair, although that's true, this is what be pissing me off about it. That's because you niggas have low standards. The fuck you talking about? So this is my thing. You mad?
Careful there.
No, you mad?
damn,
You
You
mad?
can't say the girls who work at Target is low standard.
No. What I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. So men, especially in the red pill community, always hype up and say that, women are hypergamous, which to a certain degree is true. When you start talking about money, status, and all of this other stuff, for sure, women are hypergamous. But men are hypergamous in the sense that we don't look at, well, most men tend to not look at necessarily what a woman is doing and this, that, and the third. It's all about beauty, right? It's all about your beauty standards and this, that, and the third. So what are we complaining about?
I see what he's saying. He's basically saying like at their level of echelon, someone being rich, dating down, it would never happen. So that's what he means standards in terms of that.
Yeah. That's
Not
what I'm
like-
saying.
Not like if we were dating. someone
But
from
this is the
Target.
thing. This is the thing. The only reason that's true. Men date women or tend to go after the most beautiful women. Women tend to go after the men that have the highest status that they can attain. Right. That's true on a base level. Where it starts to get fuzzy is when you start talking about people with old money, because that's not true when you start talking about people who are educated and people who have that come from families that historically have had money, right? Because if you go and you bring home, if you come from a long family of doctors and lawyers, they expect you to go to a school. They probably sent you to a private school, and now you are a doctor or a lawyer or some shit, or you might have found a way to make a lot of money on doing crypto or some old bullshit like that. If you bring home a girl from McDonald's, they're all going to look at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So when you get to this upper echelon of society and you still choose to do that, and don't get me wrong, I don't see anything wrong with it intrinsically. My thing is this: don't complain about it as if women just have this crazy advantage when the qualifier for women to even get to this place is for them to look good.
Okay, but
game not fair.
I feel like we're talking about two different things though. Because when you say bring home a woman to your family, that's like implying like marriage and a future together.
For sure.
Shaq was just on a date with Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
So,
Nani?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And that's another that's another point I agree
he's
with
out
you.
here fucking.
A lot. That's another point I agree with you.
Brittany Renner, the one who be robbing niggas. The girl.
Man, Shaq got
That's
money for
that's
that
what
shit.
Shaq can get robbed. Like he can afford that.
That's fair.
I'm agreeing with you.
Did
That's
she
another.
not see what she just did to PJ Washington?
What you do to him,
Got
BC?
pregnant.
Oh man, where she got pregnant and then went on the whole rant saying, just date a basketball player, they're dumb, you can take their money, and then she like.
But it was a while back.
But she still, it was like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
Like
about.
this shit is so recent.
But like it's like okay, so I also don't agree with the dudes who are all mad about it because like you said, it is. But people on that level that are making that kind of money, they're just out having fun. Like,
Right.
I don't think he's really going and looking for, especially not nobody that young. She's probably in her 20s.
Exactly.
Hey, listen,
You know what I'm saying?
can we
Shaq
talk about the flip
exactly
side about
something.
it with what happened with Zion Williamson right now?
Hold on, before we get into that, I just clear up my point. I agree. Like that's the other part of my point, which is that a lot of dudes that even do qualify these beautiful women out that are below their financial class, it's a lot of times just for sex. That don't mean it can't evolve into something else, but it's most of the time coming from I just want to fuck.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I'll fly you out and do all of this spectacular stuff to add to the spectacle of me fucking you.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't want no whatever, but I feel like a lot of the women are just trying to get their bills paid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they,
Yeah. Yeah.
like either make more money or shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Quit with all this complaining and shit. But yeah. Now you wanted to talk about Zion Williams. Go ahead. Take it away, Big C. Take it away, bro.
Nah.
Go ahead, BC.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that on the
This nigga don't know what he was gonna say.
The flip side.
on
Go
the
ahead, my
sand,
brother.
Thank you. The disrespect. I usually get bullied here. It's all right. I'm used to it. I'll cry later in the car.
Y'all some bullies around
Yeah,
here.
they some bullies.
Ain't nobody no damn ass bully.
It's mainly this one.
This one.
But basically the flip side with that, Zion Williams is one of his mistresses, I guess. Is
Okay.
like airing out all his dirty laundry on
Mhm.
online right now. I'm talking about like he
You
just
talking
had,
about the porn star?
yeah.
Okay.
He just had a baby with one girl, and then
Uh-huh.
she goes on there and she's like,
She devastated.
Oh yeah, she mad. She missed the whole Olympics, man. She took home bronze. Other girl got knocked up. She didn't get it. So she's like, you was out here with me last week
This and that. Mhm.
talking about I let you fuck me with a condom. I'm talking about she's over
Call
there.
him king and
She's
all.
over there. Yeah, she's over there dragging this dude,
Man,
and he's
son.
over there, and he's like, she got receipts for everything. She goes. He over there sending her $10,000, $25,000 like every
What's that?
week, every month.
She
That's
even
Just
leaked,
cause.
That's
she
that-
leaked the messages too.
That's
Yeah.
that's that new money.
Yeah, so you seen it, and he
Yeah,
over there like,
yeah.
come on, man, delete that stuff.
Yeah, he did.
He's so cool.
He sounds just like.
He sound like a bro. Like you could tell he never had no girl. So
sound like a
remember,
child.
Hey, man,
remember,
chill out now.
remember we
Chill
were
out.
talking about.
Chill out, because his baby mom, she got them hands. Cause you chill now. Just
Hey,
chill.
Oh, then you say they
Hey, his baby mama, who Shawty talking about got knocked up, talking about little Shawty. Oh no, she got them hands. Oh, she got them hands. You
Hey.
ain't seen the video?
he said she got
Hey,
them Floyd
no,
Mayweather.
wait, who is she
Oh,
fighting?
oh, huh?
Who is she fighting?
She fight some bitch.
Oh, probably one of Zion's.
Hey, look,
one of
no-
Zion's entourage.
Nah, this way
like that?
before. This way
Oh.
before. Nah, she from. Nah, she don't.
She
come
said,
from.
no, she don't.
She come from a different breed. You hear me?
Hey, she ain't
Like,
gonna.
nah, she
she ain't
come from
gonna.
a different cloth.
Hey,
You can even look at her. You be like,
Hey.
hold on, this
She,
video
that ain't no
look-
washcloth. That's
I
the dirty
swear to-
towel
I
rag.
swear
You
to
know what I'm saying?
God. Hey, I know she got to be from the dirty side.
hey,
Yeah.
I ain't
Gotta be.
the one she gonna be putting hands on. It's gonna be that other chick.
Yeah.
on all them, but
Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Let's just
she got
choose
beef
our
with-
words carefully.
She just got beef with that girl.
So what's the girl's name that he got pregnant?
We don't say
somebody-
folks' name. They give them too much power.
Yeah,
I'm just talking shit.
Somebody can't pull it up. You can't pull it up. You don't got
Oh,
it.
what her name is?
Oh, he got the.
I don't even know how to search that. Zion Williamson baby mama.
It's gonna say which one.
Hey, BC, you gotta chill out. Cuz. Trying to tell you what I know now. Funny.
Hey, yo, on a side note, remember how I always made that joke that
Akina.
Tyler Perry never used to give me any roles? I never got any auditions.
Yeah.
I finally got one the other day.
With a Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I
You
got,
got
an
an
audition.
audition
He
already?
also
Give it up a big fucking C, man. Give it up a big C, man. Like,
not me.
That's
saying,
what, huh?
Tyler Perry also bought BET just recently.
All right, hold on now. You going too fast, too quick. You ain't audition. You ain't get no role. You ain't get no role in that.
No, that's what on audition. I did do a just role. I just came back from a.
Man, we thought you just got an audition.
No.
Role
I did no.
for Tyler Perry.
I gotta wait.
BC, what the
Hey,
hell?
I wouldn't be here if I got it. I'd be over there chilling. No,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna. This whole last 1 minute, I don't know what the fuck we were just talking about. This last 1 minute
We're
was
supposed to be talking about Zion.
It was a.
Y'all was taking too long to look shit up.
I
It was
literally said Akima.
That's his baby mama's name.
Yeah.
Well, how many dashes I got in it?
No. But it does have a randomly placed H.
That's all the H is the H is silent, but then it gets loud again.
Hey man, get out these folks' name.
Oh shit!
That's what the Mariah Mills. She was like, you knocked up a whore or some shit like that.
Damn. I don't know.
Hey, look. They better.
But I think the real thing is that she's old as fuck.
Who?
The baby mama.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, I think I remember seeing something about that.
You mean Zion Williams, baby mom?
yeah, like
She's
hold
like
on.
30 something, ain't it?
Yeah. So
They said she do only.
that was the conversation, is that ain't nobody really saying nothing about like how, you know, how everybody's always mad about how rich niggas go get young women. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody saying nothing about how this 30-year-old done went and got knocked up by like a 20-year-old basketball player, and nobody's calling that predatory.
Well, he's
Got to.
like 22,
You
23.
Got to. Man, look, let me tell you something.
Hey, look, I
Let me-
just sent you the woo.
If me at 32 went and knocked up a 22-year-old,
I mean, that's.
boy, what?
I feel like that's normal nowadays.
No, it's not.
You know, I have something
Well,
for
it
that.
shouldn't be.
I have something for that because that's kind of a weird topic if you think about it.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, good.
That's
Go
kind of a
ahead.
weird topic. Nah, you can't cut me off. They're gonna think it's weird if I don't finish. They're gonna not
Go
understand what I'm
ahead,
saying.
bro. Our fault, BC. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
buddy. Go ahead.
No, so I've always thought about that in a sense because the older you get, the less weird that is. So like if you're 10 years older than somebody, and I'm just gonna say 10 as a general thing. If someone's 20 and someone's 30, you look at that, you're like, damn, that's you know,
That's a little different.
yeah.
Now
but
look.
then-
That's the baby mama.
Oh, but then if you're like say 30 and someone's 40, no one's gonna bat an eye. If you're 40 and they're 50, no one bats an eye. So as you get older, that age restraint thing doesn't matter as much. So it's kind of weird. So for instance, say someone's 18 and then someone's like 7 years older than them or 8 years older than them, and it's like, you know, 28, 27. It looks weird, but then add 8 more years, and it's like, well, they're like 32, and that person's like, you know, 40 something. So, like I said, it's a weird dynamic as an older, because you see that a lot in like Hollywood too, like where it's like these older women will be dating these younger guys, and they're like 25, like.
And that's why I said
Leonardo DiCaprio is a prime example. Leonardo DiCaprio only dates like, there's a whole joke where he's like, after they're like 25, he gets like rid of them type joke. That's like in the
that's why you got to understand that there's like there's a spectrum to the kinds of people
He's like
that
50.
there are. Right, like everybody's just not the same. When we talk about people, we always like to use these blanketed statements like men do this and women do this and men like this and women like this. Like you got some dudes that just like older women, bro. You know what I'm saying? So calling a woman not valuable past a certain age is just ludicrous, because you have some dudes that only like them like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the other way around is also true. But the thing about it is, like, a lot of dudes, and I'm not saying this is Zion Williamson's case, because Zion Williamson could probably afford any woman that would be willing to be in his concubine. But
Zion Williamson, I'm going on the record right now, whether he hate me or not, if I ever meet him, because he seemed like a cool dude. But Zion Williamson ain't got no riz. There, I said it.
Just chill it.
Nah,
Just
sure,
chill.
sure.
Just chill.
He don't. Let's be honest,
We
man.
talking about Zion.
I said I like the dude. But I can.
But look, though, I'm gonna tell you one thing
I
that I,
like the
know for
dude.
certain. Two things I know for sure. This nigga pulling bitches that we probably can't pull, cuz.
Okay, but he doing it because of money.
that's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
hey,
But that's
you
what
can't
I'm saying. That's
You
all I'm
can't
saying.
you can't compete where you don't compare.
All I'm saying is that I've seen the videos.
Hold on.
I've
Run
seen-
that back. Run that back. Talk your shit, Dreesy. What you talking about? Hey,
just can't.
hey,
All I'm saying
say that
is-
shit one more
that
time.
shit.
Hold on, Big C. Say that shit one more time, bro. You can't what? I don't think the people heard you. Say it loud for the motherfuckers in the back.
You
This shit.
You can't compete where you don't compare.
God
No,
Damn.
You just can't.
No, I get that. No, I agree. I ain't got money like that. I ain't gonna pull.
Yeah, so we don't know. Like we
But
can't even compete.
I'm going off of history though. I'm going off of his text.
He got
I'm
the
going off of
wrist,
his
dude.
game. He ain't got no wrist.
We're not about to
Ain't
sit
got
here and
no-
debate whether or not that nigga got rich.
I'm
'cause
just-
that's not the sexual orientation of this podcast.
You got a point.
Did you just try to assume this podcast is gender?
Hey, look, hold on. We talking straight facts right now. All right?
It's just not the orientation of this podcast.
I'm
What
sorry.
I am saying is that Zion
He
Williamson
just
could
got us
probably
canceled.
afford any woman that would want to be in his concubine. But god damn, y'all done made me forget what
Even
I was trying to
Suki?
say. What?
But I mean,
No.
shit, like cuz fucking porn stars, got baby mamas. Porn star been going on about it for what 2 weeks now. She still the
We ain't
women.
gonna be keep it 100% and say it's not because of the money. Come on now, it's not. It's just. Look, let's be honest with it. It's not the shopping sprees of the 25 and 30 grand he's sending out to them every.
I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we was in the NBA, what he is like, what 200 or so, 360, dunking, average of 35 since he been in there. Then hell yeah, we'll be doing the same fucking thing.
No, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying, as other NBA stars, don't get me wrong. I
We
feel
talking
like
about Zion though.
I know. I'm saying I'm not calling out other NBA stars because I don't doubt that say like Paul George or other people don't have some riz or different things with women. I'm just saying jokingly, as of he's been exposed since high school, from high school to college to the NBA. There's videos. You guys don't remember that video of him and on the Duke thing where they were like, where he was in Duke and the girl was like FaceTiming him and he goes, "Why are you so beautiful?" And she's like clowning him and stuff like that. Like we've seen this man's game at work. Like we've seen it and it's not impressive. That's all I'm saying. It's like, dude's cool.
This nigga-
This
nigga-
clown for calling a woman beautiful.
You just watch the video.
Yeah, the way that it's the energy that you can get
yeah,
off that.
like like
so weak.
come on, bro.
Man,
Corny,
that shit funny.
you know, corny's a thing. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, all I'm saying is you watch this. I'm just saying, you read the text. You read the text after how he says, like, come on, man, stop doing that for real. Like, like he sounded like he never been. Like you could tell that he got paid, and then immediately when that shit went to his head and just got every woman he could possibly get. Which kudos for him, but that didn't help him. He didn't have to struggle and get it from the mud like us. We ain't got money to throw around. Like, you know how hard it is for me to get a girl at the bar? I had to be funny, charming, all this type of stuff. I can't just grab a bitch by the face and open tongue kiss her like some people. Like, see, I kept it coming up. I came back full circle. I know I was gonna do that. Well,
It's a little too early, man.
It is a little too early. Oh man, let's get straight to this. Let's get to some more of this other bullshit, man. Y'all
What
done
we
made me
got
forget what I was
lined
finna goddamn say. Oh man, Dwayne Wade was clarifying what he said a while back. He said something about Gabrielle Union said something about them going 50-50. She had to make sure that she had her money together, something like that, so that she could pay her half of the bills or whatever. And he where the fuck was he at? He was clarifying what that dynamic of their relationship, saying that a while back when they were in Miami, he said something alluding to it being his house. And she was just like, "Oh no, you're never going to say that to me again." You know what I'm saying? And so she's always now qualified that, whatever we do from here on out, I'm going to also have ownership of. You know what I'm saying? So that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's, once again, people be jumping to all of these conclusions because the internet, right? And
I don't
people,
even know if you can like say that as like an insult, because if he was like, "Oh, that's my house," like she can't buy her own. Like she's loaded too.
but I mean, the thing is, you got to think about it once again from the perspective of women. Sometimes men just be saying shit, and there are certain struggles that certain people have that the thing that you're talking about, they're sensitive to it.
No, I understand why she said it. I'm talking about him. I'm saying like in his half, like, because if you say something like, "This is my house," the only time I've ever heard that phrase uttered is if a guy saying that to a woman and he's angry. There's an argument. He's like, "I pay bills around here. Like, this is my house." Like,
But I mean, even if he's just
Like my
playing,
daddy house.
Yeah, yeah, like, it's my dad.
but not even if he's just playing, like even if you're just playing and just like, "This is my house," because I used to do that shit all the time.
I don't think she would have said that if he was just playing though.
Nah, I doubt. I
So
mean,
that's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can just be playing and still hit a sensitive spot with somebody.
But then
We
her
don't know.
response though was crazy. What she said, "This last time you saying this shit to me?"
Yeah.
Like, no,
Like,
Yeah,
even if
that's
you-
not.
I'm
Yeah,
not even
like,
gonna- but that's the thing,
what I'm
like,
saying.
I'm not
Like,
even
she
gonna give you
definitely
the-
took that.
No, I mean she did, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he was for real about it. Look, all I'm saying is that when you have a situation like that, you just have people, when somebody's sensitive to a certain topic, they might just go all the fuck out. There have been plenty of times where somebody was probably joking around with Mike and Kobe, but guess what? They took that shit to motherfucking. We could say that Michael Jordan was joking with Kobe when he said, whatever he said about something about never being able to fill his shoes or some shit like that. Kobe stopped talking to motherfuckers for weeks.
Yeah, but they've been married for like what, 10, 15 years? Like they've been married a long time. If he don't understand or know what sets her off by now,
we don't know what point in their relationship. We don't know what point in their relationship this happened.
Yeah, I'm about to say 50-50.
That's what I'm saying. You saying like, of course they've been together for a while, but we don't know when that happened in their relationship. And I don't really think that matters. I don't feel like time in a relationship don't mean shit to me.
I feel like it does. I feel like that's a big factor in a relationship. Time.
I mean, that's something that people think about, but what I'm saying is that time isn't a qualifier, in my opinion, or a reliable determining factor for how well people are together.
That's
because
true.
There are people that have only been together for a year or two, and they're closer than motherfuckers that's been together for 10 years.
No, I agree with that.
So so it's just like, yeah. But now I get it, because I mean, fuck. Motherfuckers just be so gung ho about fucking making sure that we concretely define what a man is and what a man does and all of this other shit. That a man pays all of the bills and a man is a protector, provider, and all this other stuff. And it's just like, you got some women that don't fit into that category. Yeah. And so it's just like, you mess around, you get one, now you don't know how to move, or you just end that relationship. You know what I'm saying? And which is why I say, the way that we talk about shit, we have to become more nuanced in our delivery so that we're not excluding certain members of society just because they don't fit into whatever definition that we've contrived for the thing that we believe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah.
It did make me wonder, like, what exactly was the argument that they were having?
It probably was just something as simple as, she probably may have wanted him to do something. He was just like, look, this is my house. Yeah. She might not have liked the way that, because if you live with a woman, you know that women have their own processes for how they do shit. And it's just like, you come in my house telling me how to do a process that I do. This is my house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It could have been something as simple as that.
Tread lightly, Juan. Tread lightly.
What? What? No, I'm being serious. That's why this is our place.
Everybody know who run that house, man.
Hello.
Everybody know who run that house, cuz.
Hell yeah.
Come on, man.
Hell yeah.
We leave it at that, yeah.
What we got going, man? Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti.
Can't be fucking with the mob.
I don't even want to talk about it.
That shit ended in a brawl.
Look, be very careful about that shit. What you say about it, because we can't have.
I don't even know that much about it. All I know is that it fucking happened.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. We can't have the mafia on your ass.
All I know is that it fucking happened. Look, I don't want no smoke with nobody. All I'm just saying is that some niggas got to fight.
Think about it, cool though. The mafia know our page. Come on now.
Oh no,
that's hella clout.
We all did.
not all press is good press. Let's keep that pushing.
I'm not gonna lie. Them niggas chopping up niggas. They gonna send you the video.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh yeah, dang, we can't be talking about this right there. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said
chopping up niggas on who up.
Hey, no, fuck, y'all be scared. Get out of with all that scary stuff, man. All that scary stuff.
And then that's cool.
All that scary stuff.
I wasn't really censored any fucking way. That shit straight up. They chopping niggas up and sending them back in them bags. Okay.
Oh right.
You heard what Cuz said when the fight was like, when after the brawl, when he was walking out of, he said, "You got an enemy for life." An enemy for life. I said, damn. Then he go all the other people. Can't be fucking with the mob. I said, damn.
Does anybody know like what led to that?
Well, like the
it was a boxing exhibition, so I mean
there was boxing, but then the ref just like low key stopped the match and like just told him like done. It's over with. Floyd won. And then like Cuz wasn't hearing that. Then they tried to like stop him because. And that goes back to what I used to always say in my life. If anybody's about to fight, you trying to hold somebody back. You can't hold that man back if he want to get there. You really can't. If somebody want to hit your ass, bro, they gonna hit your ass. Like they gonna come. Like you really can't hold. Like nah, it gonna take a couple.
Hold him back.
Nah, I don't too much. Like nah, fuck that. Cuz got away. and got right back in Floyd's face. I think Floyd popped him, but then he tried to hit him.
No,
Yeah.
he popped him. He backed all the way.
Back all the way to the road.
There was
until-
Floyd people in the ring.
Yeah. And then Floyd people start coming in the ring.
And his people
Then-
was trying to jump.
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
Floyd
front.
really,
Hit him,
really
Take
and
his
truly,
ass.
the only thing that's gonna stop a dude is a substantially larger dude,
Or a couple niggas.
or a couple of niggas, or if he's second guess. If he's just like, maybe I don't
if
need
he
to.
want to get to him, could get what Cuz got Floyd before
Yeah.
everybody. Like he really wanted Floyd. And then walking when they broke that shit up, walking out, he said, "You got an enemy for life." I said, "Damn."
Also, charging a seasoned boxer is not a very smart idea either.
Right.
That's already why, like, when
Yeah.
people do it and they back up and it always takes so long for them to get in there, you don't charge for a
Cuz
reason.
said, "Fuck that."
Floyd was probably waiting for. He was like, "Holy
Yeah,
shit!"
he did. That's how
Wind that.
He
Hit
probably-
that card too.
Hey,
Wind up.
hit him with that why I oughta.
I'm about to say what?
he hit him so quick the first time when he was running up.
Yeah, because
Like,
that's why you don't do
I
that.
ain't even see it in the first time I watched
You
the
said,
video.
wow.
I ain't see it till
Yeah,
like
right.
like the third
You
time
watched
because I
it
saw
3
like
times.
when
That's
they
how
broke
quick
it up
the-
and he hit him.
That's how quick the punch
But
was.
before- yeah, but she he came right up on Florida though. I ain't gonna
Damn.
like he did, but yeah, like, yeah, that's a little shaky. We can go ahead and move on.
He said we
them
can go
niggas-
ahead and
move on. Yeah, them niggas cutting up, nigga. Cause I'm straight on.
Naughtery Naughton and her husband welcome home their son. The only reason why I put this on here is because I thought it was an interesting question. If you had a wife, especially Big C Mike, I got damn help us out with this.
You
if
can
you had
attest to this.
if
Go
you
ahead.
had a wife,
Why would he be able to speak?
I'm about to
on
say, ain't that the only.
Big-
Ain't that
no,
the
no,
only- I'm about to say, ain't
No,
all
I'm
y'all
saying-
married
I'm-
but me?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, you. Oh.
See, look at you. Choose your words carefully. Big C.
My bad.
Oh,
Go
my
ahead.
bad. I apologize.
How you
I
gonna
retracted
include me
them
into
statements.
this?
I
Not married, at
I
least
re-
not yet.
I retracted my
Winding
statement.
himself.
no. What I'm
Lay-
saying
lay
is
it on
because of the acting thing. Like if you had a wife who was an actress,
Okay.
right, and she was in multiple sex scenes with niggas, how would you? Like, do you think that would be an emotional journey for you to deal with?
Before you answer this, let me ask you a question. Are they really fucking like on the fair?
No.
All right, so there we go.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Even when Damson was clapping
Oh.
Chloe, like they wouldn't really.
No.
I went back and looked at
So-
like what they
so
had like
just-
a ball in between them or
Yeah,
some shit like that.
I've
That's
had
crazy.
I've had to do some stuff like that. It's they have like prosthetics and they also like put like they paint stuff over. I mean, I can get more into it,
I can't ask you that.
but I get that. That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped. Damn. But anyway,
You good.
like obviously, like girls, they have like the even for news. Sometimes they'll ask them if they want to do nudes, and they'll say no. They have the nipple pasties that they do, and then they have like silicone that just can go over. So there's lots of fake things that do like that. That being said, I would be more. That's a really tough
This
question
nigga had a
because
stroke.
I would be. See, that's what I'm saying. Bullies. Can't even get a word out.
You did have a stroke. Hey,
I'm
let's
a head
think
out.
about
I'm a head out.
that.
That shit was hard right there.
But no, the difference is
Hard
that there's a
feeling.
real, even though it's fake, there's a real chemistry that happens on set. So like if you go on set and you have a kiss scene and you're say it's a movie, it's over and done, it's fine. But you've seen Power, you've seen how much time they got niggas fucking on that scene and making out and stuff like that. Like, and it gets graphic, and you're constantly doing it. You could develop feelings. You kiss someone enough times, or like rubbing up on someone enough times, you could develop feelings and stuff for them.
You get into that whole weird germ thing where it's just like I'm accustomed to your germs and that. So
There's a weird level of like
some real shit.
there's a very fine line and things like that. So it's like I feel like a lot of actors and actresses, they're very professional. They don't mind because the other, like, they know that, like, they're so they I'm pretty sure they talk and discuss about that stuff as they're while they're doing roles. Like, so for instance, like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and stuff, back when they got married and stuff, they put in their contracts, and when you're that big, you could be like, hey, I want to cut down on these sex scenes. I want to cut down on certain things like this, because when you're that big, you can do that, and they can have stand-ins and even have more areas to not do that because they're gonna upset their partners or whoever. Like, I'm pretty sure like back when Will Smith had to do that one scene with like Margot Robbie, there was like a big controversy there. They were saying like, oh, was he sleeping with her because he was so cherry with Margot Robbie and not okay with like Jada?
Yeah.
And then there's that whole thing later. So I mean, it does cause issues, but it's really just how professional you want to be. Personally, I think I could be fine with it in the terms of if it was like a movie and stuff, because I know how that is. I know it's fake. But if it was a TV show and things like that, and it's like a recurring thing, that would bother me a good bit. Because like if you're that person's love interest and there's like season 7 and they're constantly like, all right, bye honey, I gotta go to work and ride this nigga for like and dry hump this nigga for like 3-4 hours and then make out with him, like you gonna feel sick. You're gonna be like, all right, have a good day, sweetie.
Oh.
You're gonna turn.
But then I don't,
Like,
I don't know.
You know, some niggas like to watch.
I understand.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Everyone's
understand.
different.
I
Some people might
understand
not
exactly
care.
where you're coming from
Yeah.
though with that shit, but like, I don't. Especially if we both actors, or if she's an actress, like.
And that's what I said. It all depends, because like, shit, you might be way more professional than me when it comes to that. I don't have a woman that's in the industry. I can't even. I'm just
Even
talking about
like, yeah,
hypothetically.
Because like
I'm
you
just
gotta
saying.
know what you're getting yourself into. Even
Exactly.
With that too.
So
So like even
yeah, so it comes with the territory. That's what I'm saying. So if you date someone,
You
you gotta have
have
that
to.
talk,
You
and
have to.
those scenes and stuff get brought up all the time.
because I mean that's their job and like shit.
Yeah. Yep.
And
My
we in
thing is,
season.
I probably would be alright with it, but if I find out that there's other stuff going on outside of the thing, I'm gonna step on that nigga chin.
Yeah, and then
that's what I'm saying. That's my worry, not the scenes.
but especially if
the-
Charlotte coming back home to you after
Yeah.
after every set, then like
But why
nah,
his
you shouldn't
chin?
even like.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the scenes that bother me. It's the relationship you can build that quickly with someone. Like I'll give you a prime example. Brad Pitt was with Jennifer Aniston for years, and they were engaged. He did the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith, divorced her, and deleted the marriage literally like the next week, and then got in a relationship with Angelina Jolie.
But then they go,
Why? Because all the actual like on scene making out, them being together and
They
stuff
was
like that.
fucking.
Yeah, they were. No, but that's why he did. That's what I'm saying. But that happens though. That happens, and that's a risk. That's what I'm saying. These are real actors, real people, and big things, and they were literally
But then
engaged to get married, and then he did that movie, and then he was like, "I'm
Some industries aren't conducive, in my opinion, to monogamy, and I feel like that is just what that is.
So if you go into it with the mindset like, hey, I'm a big actor, I can do these scenes. I'm not gonna be mad because I have kissing scenes and sex scenes with people. She has kissing scenes and sex with people. We're both doing it. We both need to be professional. That's different. Like that.
No. What I'm saying is the only reason why I said what I said is because I feel like, and I could be wrong. I could just be way out in left field. This just the whole thing that you told me that you just got done talking about how he divorced her the next whatever the fuck. I was just thinking like, I mean, why the fuck y'all like just get together? If it was that motherfucking deep, that you wanted, it's just like. But I mean,
some people don't. Some people aren't into.
That's
it.
that's why I said
you gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
you got to know what you're
No.
getting yourself into. But that's also why I said some industries, in my opinion, aren't all that conducive to monogamy. That don't mean that monogamy can't work and doesn't work. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you just wind up in situations like that where if we had a more freer idea of how, or all like a more nuanced way of looking at relationships, it probably didn't have to end as that crazy.
Let me say this. It's so smart. Look, so like even still like if a woman is an actress, still like a bitch can have a motherfucking job at the plant. She can be a secretary for a boss or something. They still. I understand even if they having like scenes and doing this, but at the same, it's still the simplicity of a job, and they still spending time with somebody. We can't hold that shit against them, like in no form or fashion.
No, and I get that, and like I said, I agree with that. I'm just saying, it's like just like I said, it's a very weird fine line because
You gotta trust your partner.
And again, it all comes. There's like a lot of different nuances to it too, and a lot of small moving parts. So again, if you're that big, you can be like, oh, I don't want to do these nude scenes.
Yeah.
Like if you're a big character, think of all the big actors stuff. Most of them can be like straight up be like they have naked body doubles. They have people that come in, do the sex scenes, just film the back.
And people
they
have more respect.
Exactly. And some people are just like, nah, I want to do it myself. They have and that might rub your partner wrong the way. If you went to someone, they were like, okay, baby, it's like because you can't really fake not making out with someone. So if that wasn't cause for that, but like different sex scenes and other things like that, and they're just like, oh well,
Hit your ass with that make out reef.
they were basically like, so you go back to your partner and they're just like, oh well, they could have put in a stunt double for me this, but I did it anyway. And they're like, well, why? Like, you know what I mean? So there's a level. There's still you still.
I feel like you gotta hate your partner to come back and say that.
you
Like,
gotta-
yeah, I could have had somebody else do it, but I chose to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Just looking
That's
at
what
him
I'm
like,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
you look me in my eye, I'm
you
leaving your ass. Like, no.
Exactly. You feel some type of way, no matter how
Niggas be
professional.
wilding every day.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. You feel some type of
Absolutely.
way. So it's like that's what I'm saying. There's a level of like there's still boundaries that can be made, and there's still like for instance, if my girl was over there like, hey, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. They want me to be this naked person that like has this one sex scene and it pays all this money. and it'd be my breakout role. I'd be like, you know what, I'm comfortable, uncomfortable with that, but do it because I want you to have that big role. But if you're a big enough name, they respect you. Like you can, as The Rock and other people. Have you ever looked and listened to some of the requests people have made? Like The Rock on one of his things, he goes to directors. He's like, well, I need to have a whole nother trailer that's full with my fucking full total gym or some shit, and have like all these other foods and all the things. Like, well, you can make ridiculous requests like that. Samuel Jackson refused to be on Star Wars unless he got a purple lightsaber. It's the only reason nigga got a purple lightsaber. Yeah. People, big stars, can make ridiculous requests.
They originally wanted to put Tupac in that bitch.
Yeah. I think I did hear that.
Yeah. Tupac was supposed to be Mace Windu.
But you can make those requests, and if you're big enough, they'll be like, they'll respect that of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're big enough, they will respect you.
So that's all. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, yes, you could do those scenes, but there is levels of boundaries that you can also protect yourself with. So I don't know if you guys heard of I think her name's like Sweeney or something. She's on that one popular show with Zendaya called like what is it?
Euphoria.
Thank you. I was about to come. She has like a bunch of naked scenes or whatever like that, and she like just recently told them like this scene like coming season like, hey, I don't want to do all those scenes. I'm very uncomfortable, and she's starting to get like a bigger and bigger name and stuff now. And I don't know. There's like some discussion of
some controversy
and stuff like that, because now she's getting popular, and I think that was the thing that put her on the map kind of. I could be wrong. That was the first time I seen her or anything, but she's now has enough to where it's like I can get booked in other roles, so I want to renegotiate my contract, and I had these scenes,
and they need her for Euphoria, so you can't.
Yeah,
you gotta have her. So I mean,
yeah,
once you got a grounding, I mean,
but that's all I'm saying is like you can have those conversations. It's just like, is there a lack of respect and trusting? So I feel like people can have women that are on OnlyFans and like strippers if they wanted to, but you got to have that conversation with your partner, make sure they're okay with it, type stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just.
Yeah, there's a new one there. Like I said, people are new ones. There's a huge spectrum of different motherfuckers out here in this world, and we got to stop isolating people down to being one way or the other, being black and white. That poor mindset shit I was talking about on one of them other episodes. Let's get to this let's get to this other part of the show, man. Real quick, we down to the memes and things in this motherfucker.
Memes and what?
Memes and motherfucking things.
Okay.
I thought you said memes and themes. I mean, that at least rhymes.
Memes and things. Shut up.
Things don't rhyme. Memes and things.
Are you criticizing what I got going on?
Yes.
I don't even watch the show.
I thought he was the bully, man.
Hey,
he is.
In memes and things, all I did was I found shit on the internet on social media that I thought were good talking points. That's why I named it memes and things, man. One of the things that I don't care. One of the things that what I told, I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn.
One of the things that I saw on here was shaved versus unshaved pubic hair. How much do you care about your partner's pubic hair being shaved or unshaved? Do you care at all? It ain't got to be an actual partner. It just be a girl shawty you being with.
That shit got to be bad, man.
I don't care. I don't care.
It got to be what, Drizzy?
That shit got to be bare, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Fresh.
I prefer it not to be.
So you just a monster, huh?
What?
Call me cuz he don't care. So when you say you don't care,
call me Cookie Monster, man. I'm getting to it regardless. It can be
bushes on bushes. He going
down. Give me a machete.
Yeah.
Give me a machete, man. I'm chopping through it. I'm part to see.
So
That's crazy though.
Hey, it's more natural to be. I don't like it if it's bare, because then it's like you doing with a kid or something. I don't like that's not. I don't think that's.
How did we even get here?
I don't think that's attractive.
All right, I gotta delete memes and things. This nigga started talking.
That was a topic on the internet though. People did say that because it was when it was like a big debate and people were in the comments like niggas like shave pubic hair because they like kids, and I was just like,
that shit.
Wow.
Well, you feel me? Like
they going too far, too quick.
Deep.
No, I'm just saying if it's bare, it looks more. I feel like more natural. I'm not gonna say it. That's what I'm saying. It's more natural. If there's something there, it's more feminine, more woman like. I feel like now. There is a level of where it gets big, where it's like, damn, your shit shouldn't look like my fro on my head or something.
But you just said you don't care how big it is.
I don't. All right. There's always exceptions to the rules. There's always exceptions to the rules.
You a much.
Hey. God damn.
Big C's good. I'm
Dre
sorry.
gotta be on the podcast.
I'm sorry, man. Hey,
You
man.
came for my soul on that one.
She's so
Fred,
fucking-
I don't get
Fred,
nothing.
hold on,
She
time
said-
out,
she said,
time
I
out.
don't get nothing. I'm just there for
Time
what?
out. No, time out, man. Time out. Fred, what do you think? Let's get to the men that actually got wives. Let's get to the man that got
What
wives.
does it have to do with wives? You just said women with hair.
No.
Let us just stay on our side because we don't got no wives, okay? Hey, we can't compete where we don't compare. we can't do this. So let's just stay on our side.
Talk
Hey,
your shit, my nigga.
Take it away,
Yeah,
Fred.
just-
philosophy. Talk
You
to
know,
us.
when it comes down to it, it's like it is what it is.
You see, he don't care
Feel
either.
me.
See, he don't care either.
Yeah, no, I don't too much care. And as a matter of fact, I mean,
I need this shit bad.
I mean,
You say,
I need that shit bad, man.
if it's, don't get me wrong, like a nice
I feel
Brazilian
like-
wax and like someone they take care of and stuff, that stuff's nice. But I mean, like,
I feel like if it's just like a fling thing, then I feel like both parties. I mean, you want to go into that thing at least looking like you tried. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
I-
feel what I'm
that's
saying?
different. That's different.
Like if it's just a fling, it's just like damn. Nah, bro. Like I pull this shit down and it just bush. Like bro, you ain't care. You ain't care. You ain't
Like,
even.
at least the first time you gotta do something.
Hey,
You feel what I'm saying?
hey, she don't care and I don't care.
I knew you was gonna do. He gonna mud you right.
I'm 5 years in, dog. Like
Hey.
however
Hey.
it comes, how it
You
comes.
feel me? You feel me?
This is my reason. This is my reasoning
No
for real
pun
though.
intended.
Go ahead.
This is my
cuz.
reasoning. I don't shave. Maybe that's too TMI,
Yes,
but
Girl,
I'm sitting next to you. Dog.
I
This is not the sexual orientation of this podcast.
I don't because it's uncomfortable. You say it gets itchy all the time. I don't like shaving my beard. It gets itchy. I'm scratching my face. I don't feel like if I'm not doing it, I shouldn't be asking them and stuff like that.
This is the thing, right?
The only
Look, you gotta let it grow out
you don't shave
and
it
then just
off.
shave it every now and then. So it's like a nice happy surprise.
No homo, but like,
listen.
No, Dre. Let him spit. Let him cook.
Listen. I like my thing to get long so I can braid it like your hair, like that long. It needs to be.
Oh shit!
That's,
Nah, I will. No. I don't shave and stuff like that because
I'm gonna edit that part out.
It stops. It stops. No. Let me.
make sure you do these.
Hey. It doesn't keep growing. So like for instance, I've never. No.
Hey, look, he done with the boundaries we don't even know about. It stops.
It has a limit.
It has a limit.
Listen.
Get to a certain point, it's like nope. This is
I
long
never
enough.
knew. I never knew.
Hey, my hair is it's training.
Holy
It's-
shit.
It's
wet.
It's trained. It knows better. It knows not to go out of bounds. It knows the proper length.
Why you train your hair like a dog?
Listen, all right, no, for real though.
shit.
Listen to me. Listen to this though. Listen to this.
So we got a limit.
Have you ever shaved your armpit hair?
Ever in my life?
Ever in your life?
That's fair.
No.
It's valid.
Okay. How long is your armpit hair? Is it ever get down to the length of your hair?
But
your
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I know for a fact, my shit has never stopped growing.
What I'm
I mean,
what
it's
I'm
not
saying
super
is-
long, but it's
what
just
I'm
growing
saying-
like super.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like armpit hair. I can shave my hair off and it'll grow back X amount inches, whatever, in a year. My armpit hair, I've never shaved, and it's literally only like this much. It's the same.
I'm still stuck. It's on the limit. It's on
Hey,
maximum.
but yeah, no, I do.
You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Y'all
No,
make
I
it,
get what
y'all
you
make it sound like it's like if I roll my pants leg up, it's coming down here. It's
No,
like,
I
it
get
doesn't
what
keep
you.
growing.
I get what you're saying. It was just funny the way that you delivered the
Yeah.
shit. What was you-
But I read somewhere that for women, like having that hair down there it actually protects them from bacteria. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
it kind of serves as a blocker.
Okay.
Having me down there protects from bacteria
Shut
too.
the fuck up.
They call me Germax, 99.9%.
I'm just saying like that. I read that.
And you used to
Like,
And
have
you
a
the
big
point.
ass-
You the 0.1. You the 0.1%. Let's get through with your munching ass.
a beard
Hey.
too.
Hey, sometimes not having a beard for that is good.
But no.
But nah,
I mean, sometimes I'm with you. I'm with you, B. Sometimes like the hair is sexy. I like sometimes when you just see the little stubble, it's just like.
Again, I want a preference because I was laughing so much I couldn't get out. But I want a preference. There is limits to it.
Sometimes
There
it can be a
is
little long.
exceptions where
Long
you're
as
like,
it just ain't like out of bounds.
There's exceptions, but there's also like I feel like it's natural too.
I got 2 questions.
All right, answers.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
And what are the fucking exceptions?
You know when you see it.
It's like if it's sticking out.
Yeah, like if it's like like it's
Yeah, that's what
like
I'm saying.
You ever
Like,
go to the beach and you see a girl and it's like way past her pants, you be like, that's not okay. That's what I'm saying. This, like I said, y'all make it sound like it's just like this down there, and I'm just like, yeah, like rubbing, like no. I'm making jokes.
If we're being honest, if we're being honest, we got to keep this shit a buck. If we're being honest, pretty privilege plays a humongous role in this.
Yeah.
It plays a humongous because if you bust it and like you just got fur, and like, bro, what you doing?
Right.
Like you gotta try like harder. You know what I'm saying?
If you busted, like, why would we know? I don't know what you got down there if you busted.
Huh?
Philosopher Fred did again, y'all. Get right.
God damn.
Hey, that shit hard as hell, huh? Man, that shit
damn.
funny.
God damn. Like, what's the next one I got on here?
Keep that shit back.
I feel like we didn't finish this.
No, we gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving, man. We gotta keep moving. We got it, man.
Big C, you my nigga. Hold on.
That's good.
Boy, that shit
Drizzy say, man, Big C a munch. Fred and I say we don't matter. That's
God damn.
It is what it is. All right, so is a wife that won't give up her last name a red flag?
Hit that girl. You thought I was feeling?
Look at I told you. He strikes again. But look though,
if she my cousin actually didn't her husband took her last name.
Really?
I think I got like a cousin that like that wasn't going for this shit and she kept her shit and they got married. He took her name. Then I know it's another incident with like some, not just royalty, but like I know some like Native Americans. I don't want to say it like that, but all this shit kind of racist. But look, though,
that's not racist.
Natives.
That's
Native to
this
what?
woman, she was like a member of a tribe, chief daughter, and she was talking to this American dude, and she wasn't gonna change her last name. And he didn't mind. He converted. So I don't really see no red flag. Because think about that. He's getting converted to a tribe also. Yeah. Like, even it's just how you view it though.
Yeah.
Overall, I wouldn't even classify that as red flag.
That's a very progressive, mature way of thinking about it. I don't know if I'm not mature. Because personally,
he strikes again.
I'm just telling you my own personal opinion. If we all had the same opinion, this would be a boring ass podcast.
You right though. You good. You good.
I completely respect, because like I said, my cousin, my older cousin, her husband took her last name, and I tell him all the time. I said I respect the hell out of that. I couldn't do it, but I respect it. Like because
why couldn't you do it?
That's a backhanded compliment.
No,
just saying.
No, but
if y'all want to know what a backhand is like, I respect you for that. I wouldn't do it. That's like when somebody be like, hey man, you wearing that shirt. I wouldn't wear that shit, but it would look ugly on me, but it look good on you. Nah, nigga, like that's a backhanded compliment.
No, it's cool. Like
I'm just saying.
I love my cousin. I think that's I'm just saying.
Bitch ass nigga, but I'm just saying. Like,
me personally,
I wouldn't take this shit.
I have a little bit of, now, if I found the right one,
yeah.
If you really love someone, and if that's the only thing standing in your way, I feel like it works both ways. Because if you really, really love someone,
so love gotta be a play.
Yes. Oh, very much. Like for instance, that girl,
you just consider it?
The native girl,
Mm-hmm.
I would consider it.
Okay.
The native girl, that changing her name means way more to her than say the normal person, because they're all about like tribal names, and there's not a lot of people. So that makes so much sense to where she's like that's. But then you have other people that grow up Christian, and it's normal to like give, because the whole
slavery.
We're getting I don't know why they acting so crazy while I'm on the podcast. I just want to get uploaded. They just like to interrupt me, man. Mostly him. He never let me cook.
It's because you talk so much.
I'm Am I not allowed to talk on a podcast?
Nah, but you interrupt everybody. And then,
You can't be over there throwing
I'm on
facts
your
at
side,
me.
bro.
You can't be over there
Shit.
throwing actual facts at me as insults. Cause that shit was hurtful. It was factual and hurtful.
You took it straight there.
I'm sorry.
It shot
put
through
his
the
in.
heart, man.
Holy
God damn.
shit.
I'll try
Well,
not
y'all
to.
like-
I respect you though.
I'll try better not to.
Back at
interrupt.
it.
I'll try
I
not to
wouldn't interrupt
introduce
nobody, but all I'm saying is I respect you if you do.
I respect that you have the audacity to do that to the host. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I don't know how much of this podcast is gonna be usable.
It's all going.
But,
It's all going so
what
far.
was I saying before? Oh yeah. But no. So the
Circumstantial.
reason I say that is because very old school in terms of like you know like women that want like they give their and I feel like it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. So like if you want a traditional Christian wedding or things where like your dad gives you away and you have all that stuff and then you're like I want to keep it. My last name is like I feel like it's the same argument where people are like, oh, I want men to be the protectors and stuff, but I also want gender equality and I want everything to be the same, but he's got to take out the trash and do that stuff and I don't want to. I feel like it's the same. I feel like that's kind of a little bit the same. But then there's some people that don't have that religion. And then they're like Jewish people. And then there's like Muslims. So then I feel like religion comes into it. And I feel like if you really care about your partner and it's that big of a deal, like for instance, like I wouldn't convert to say like Muslim or Islam. Thank you. I was trying to figure out the right word. I wouldn't say necessarily convert to Islam for my partner, but I would respect it if that's what they were. And then I would like learn more about their culture and then also like respect they're praying and I would go to the events and stuff like that. So there's other areas, there's give and take, but then there's some people.
Hold on, let me ask you this though.
I can't even get a word. How is that funny?
No, you just
No, my bad.
I didn't even make a
No,
joke.
it wasn't about you. It was about you said you go to the events, and the first thing that came to my mind was, nigga, they gonna look at you so crazy, but like,
look.
I mean, obviously,
so
like if I was invited. Type
so let me ask
I'm
you
not
this.
gonna offend no religion today. I stay away from that.
So you wouldn't change your last name basically for no woman.
I personally would
you change
want
it?
them to take my last.
Like,
I would say, but I said like I think it works both ways because if you love someone enough that you're like my last name shouldn't be the stop hold of doing this, then that should be the same for them. They should also be like, well, I'm willing to change my last. If that's it's like the whole thing with this is a little more of an extreme.
Let me ask you this: so if you marrying a queen, it's over a whole kingdom for you know what I mean. You want to change the name for the queen?
I mean, that's different though, because
so it's standards to it.
First off, she wouldn't be allowed to marry me if she was a queen.
If she want a peasant, that's what she gonna get.
No, if she was a queen, she wouldn't be allowed to marry me. They can only marry in certain stage classes and stuff too.
Andrea just called you a peasant, but we can skip over that.
Hey man, y'all gonna stop throwing factual statements at me as their insults.
What was I about to say?
But
we will all be peasants to the queen. But
one last thing though, I was saying.
Cool.
But so like for instance, I feel like it's just a little more of an extreme. A good example I can give of this is say like this gets brought up a lot too with like famous people, but what is it called again? Prenups. Where they're like, oh, if you really love me, you'd sign the prenup. Like if it's not about the money and things like that. So I feel like it's like I said, it's a more extreme example, but it's the same thing where it's like if you really love that person, you're not there for the money and they're just showing it, sign the prenup. The same thing. But then they always make a big deal about, oh, you don't love me, and if you really love me, you wouldn't think I'm after your money, and it's always the the old like the back thing. But it's like, but if you really want after a person, you do it. You just be like, I love this person so much, it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to get half. I'm not trying to do stuff. I just want to be with this person because you're just thinking about them forever.
With that prenup shit, to be honest, dealing with marriage, a low-key shouldn't even come up. Because if it come up, that means that you don't even got enough trust. Even if the woman decide to take you to court, that means that person was just a badass person. That bitch is evil.
I disagree. I ain't gonna lie with you. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I feel like we got to stop with this. We got to stop with what we do a lot of times is even with marriage, we conflate business and love. And marriage is a business, right? And so what you have to do with business, your own personal business, and when you invite somebody else into it, you have to protect yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with love. Yeah. Love is completely excluded from whether or not I'm asking you to sign a prenup. I could love you the same way that Christ loved the church. That don't mean that I still don't have a standard of organization for how I'm taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm protecting you and myself.
But if you go through with the marriage, if you go through with this whole ritual, Because that's low key what if you go through with marriage should be even like if you decide to get married with your fucking partner, it should be strong enough to even combat all that.
That's
shit.
because because marriage is not well defined. We like to think that it is.
But hold on. Why is it? Why it? Fuck what is well defined. It should be what it is. Marriage is
pretty.
You know what I mean?
I think marriage is pretty well defined. But to what you're saying, I feel like when you have a certain level of money, first of all, you really can't trust nobody.
You really, you don't know who actually loves you.
Nah,
you
the
know,
reason
like,
why. I'm sorry. The reason why I said that marriage isn't very well defined is because everybody has their own interpolation of all of the things that constitute what a good marriage is. For a second, let's bar all of the different religions and all of the different ways that people view marriage from religion to religion. Even within Christianity, you have all of these different denominations of Christianity, and then you have the idea that marriage, as far as it pertains to whether or not the state recognizes it, is a secular thing. Right? There's nothing religious or holy or whatever about the way that the state looks at it. So I could sit up here and say all day that I'm married to somebody, right? And not go to the state, and the state will not recognize it as such. Because the historical element of marriage that then had all of this religious love and all of this other beautiful, whimsical pastries splattered on top of it. The original thing was I'm selling off my daughter, my property, off to you so that now she's your property. And now we have this joint union from business to business. And now our families are intertwined and our business is bigger and more fruitful because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole reason why for the longest time in a lot of places and still to this day, you have arranged marriages because those arranged marriages are how do they pick the person? They find someone of a wealthy family or a well-off family, right? And they say that, hey, my son is going to marry your daughter or vice versa. And we're going to combine our wealth, our strategic value in this particular area, whatever.
That's what I need on them arranged
marriages. And so we splattered all of this other stuff.
Strikes again.
we splattered all of this other stuff on top of it. And you got to understand that what I'm talking about predates the Bible. It predates all of this other stuff. So people want to go back and start talking about the Bible, this, that, and the third. I'm talking about what people were doing long before the construction of the Bible. You had this institution of quote unquote marriage where people were just women were viewed as property and were treated as such.
I mean, they were the reason they take their last name is because the dad would give them away and they use that as a dowry and they'd give them with like livestock and things like that. Exactly. So I mean, that's originally where it comes from. But,
right. And that's exactly why me personally, I understand. So the original question was, is that a red flag for a woman? And I mean,
damn, we never even answered the question.
It could be. That's why I'm redirected. It could be a red flag. And that's the thing. Life is so nuanced. You can't just everything is fucking rocket science if you break it down far enough. It could be a red flag. It depends on the circumstances, right? But me personally, I never ever pressured her to take my last name. I never asked. That was never even a part of the thing. If anything, we could make up. If anything, we can come up with our own name. We can and we can share that name. You know what I'm saying? And did you feel what I'm saying? We can come up with that and do that. But we ain't finna because the thing about me personally, I know the motherfuckers that used to own my folks. So when I'm walking around, and this is the way that I see it, when I'm walking around. The way, and I don't believe that words have any true intrinsic meaning aside from the ones that we assign to them. But the thing is, things also only matter so far as we care about it. Mm-hmm. So when I'm walking around and somebody calls me by a name that I didn't give myself, a last name that belonged to someone else, and any accomplishment that I do from here on out is still going to be essentially the perpetuation of this person's last name, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that at all. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to spread somebody else's last name to another person. No.
You know, I think it's funny because I feel like most people would associate giving your last name with, like, if a guy gave his last name away, that they were like weak or not manly or whatever because they're keeping their like father's name and all that stuff. And it's not even that. Mine's a way more shallower reason. It's just more of like, if you just had a really weird name, I don't know why I'd want to take it. Like, what if her last name was like Cock and Balls? And you was like, it's like, damn,
Sarah Cock and Balls.
Yeah, I don't want to be called Cock and Balls like that. Like, she's like, if you love me, you'll take my name. Like, I did not take taking a name off of like just the last name being some weird shit. But if she had a really cool last name, Like,
You would consider him.
oh, I take it to me. Like, what if her last name was like Savage or some shit like that? I'd be like, oh, that's pretty hard. Oh, shit.
Big
So-
C Savage.
Big C Savage. Like, oh shit. Like I'm just saying. Like, what if it was something cool? Then it's like totally all right. But most they got some like you know, people got some weird. There's some weird names out there. Like, I think I got a pretty cool last name, and then you got other ones. It's like my mom's maiden name is Smith. That's boring as shit. I want to be. I want to be a Smith.
He just shitted on everybody whose last name is Smith.
Which is a lot of people.
Hey, you know,
A lot of people.
Oh yeah, Smith is one of the most common names.
This man is
that's
not.
why it's boring.
Bro, let me tell you something. You are a savage. Let me tell you something.
That's
You
what
are
I've
willing
been
to
being.
come.
My roommate's last name is Smith.
Somebody look up for me right now. What percentage of people in the world have the last name Smith? And you just came for all of them. That's deep,
Bro.
I'm gonna beef. I'm gonna start beef with 1/10 of the entire world's population.
My mom and whole family is Smith. My roommates is Smith. I know what I'm not just like randomly taking pot shots at people in the dark. I'm just saying how I feel.
It's even worse.
Roommate gonna punch you in the mouth. Like, you said my last name is boring.
Nah, he's sick. He's sick. But no, like, yeah, the reason that
You just
She's
started
so
beef
damn
with
fast.
1.2 million motherfuckers.
That's
I
not
swear
what
you
you
said.
said.
No,
That's-
2.0.
nigga, you done.
It still don't matter.
I got headphones on.
You still ain't fucking with them people.
All I'm saying,
get our ass whooped.
no, because you know the like if you like carpenter's another common one.
Yeah.
Because people's last names usually represented their job titles.
Yeah.
So people that are Smith, their families back in the day were blacksmith, carpenters, so on and so forth, and that's how people get last
My
names.
last name makes sense. I was a king around this bitch.
Yeah, people Mason, Stone Mason, things like that. But no, see, your last name King.
Nah,
Oh, see,
nah,
King is a cool last name. You like call it King, you be like, damn, hold on now, don't let that shit go to my head. I might take that. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
What if your last name was Perry?
I don't.
Hey, hold on. That was supposed to be a
Hey,
good
Gerald.
segue.
I don't get that joke.
I thought
Why
about
am I the
Miss
only
Perry.
one who didn't get that joke? What's the joke for that one?
Miss Perry, I love you. I promise you I do it. But yeah, but now Perry cool, bro.
Nah, the reason why I said that is because the next part of the
I can't
itinerary,
have two first names.
the
Perry, a first name.
the reason I said that is because the next part of the itinerary is this week's notable person.
I mean, sound like Paul George and shit.
Two names.
Stop starting beef with people.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you
That
just
shit on everybody.
Oh shit! This week's
Hey,
notable
we gonna
person,
get noticed. That someone gonna see it. It's like,
and they gonna come knock your ass out.
hey, that's
We
okay.
gonna sit
I'm gonna get us views. They'll be like, Zion knocks out nigga from podcast. Like, y'all gonna be streaming. Y'all gonna be live.
It's gonna
Zion
be
hit your
it's
ass,
gonna be
you gonna die.
Zion, baby mama, bro. I promise you.
Hey, if we get the views, that's
She
fine.
got the fucking hands,
If
bro.
we get the views, that's fine. We get a little
I tried to
traffic.
tell you.
Hey, I'm making up for the ones I didn't see. But
That what you doing?
gotta give us some noise started.
This week's notable person.
This week's notable person is Tyler Perry, man. Give a round of applause for Tyler Perry.
I told you that,
Big
man.
Perry.
I brought it earlier. Y'all just ignore
That's
what
because
I
you don't
fucking
look
said.
at the itinerary and you skip ahead.
Nah, I knew it
Tyler-
before y'all.
He be all around the damn place.
You know what I'm saying?
The front, the back, and then he goes to the
I
middle.
don't follow the itinerary. The
This nigga-
itinerary follows me.
This nigga got this
Talk to
nigga-
a big C cook. Bro. Well, he got one.
This nigga got fucking schizo. I bet he be having schizophrenic sex with these women. Goddamn, from the front, the back, the side.
Don't say that. That doesn't sound good. That's people
sounds
gonna
scary.
people gonna take that as wrong.
It was kind of wild when you said you'll go down on all the bushes.
Multiple
Yeah, but that was
personality
consensual. He said schizophrenic.
Yeah, that is
Schizophrenic
kinda
people
wild.
don't know what the fuck going on.
You right.
Maybe I shouldn't say that. That definitely sounds like a
That-
trouble.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Look at it. Canceled. Then a motherfucker.
Hey, that one was my bad. That was a genuine slip
It could
up.
be wild, man.
Oh damn! I
that
didn't even
was-
put the real article in here. Long story short, Tyler Perry is in the process of acquiring BET and VH1. The man is
And the other one too.
What about the other one? You got me.
He got three. It's VH1 and what's the other one? It's damn. I wish we could pull that shit up.
I
It's
thought
like
it was
he-
just the two.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
I couldn't
I
know.
think-
how many VH1 is there?
No.
VH is it? It's just one. I thought he was like getting three on.
what I saw was two. He might already have another one.
Yeah, he owns a lot.
Yeah. That man's a multi-billionaire, man.
You know
Dude
what-
came from literal rags to riches.
You know what's so funny though?
Roaches to bitches.
Damn. Was that an insult to him?
No,
No.
can't be.
Okay, I'm about to say.
That's just prolific.
You just said
That's just what happened when you pontificate long enough. You come up with fantastic shit like that.
You just
And
said
Dre a
roaches.
rapper, so
He
you
said
know.
roaches.
Yeah, you
to
feel what I'm
bitches.
saying?
Like, damn, I don't even.
It did rhyme with it. I said it.
But no, like the crazy thing is that a lot of his shows, like one of the ones I just had an audition for, Ruthless, is on BET. So now the nigga, like before, now he had to like, submit the shows and see if they want to get him greenlit. Now he literally could be like, fuck what anyone say. I'm just gonna put this show on my network.
I'm sorry, I don't want to fuck up your audition, but that's probably the worst thing that could happen to anyone.
What you talking about? Tyler Perry owning BET?
Or just having nobody to answer to when it comes.
No,
to
and
content.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying like that's the crazy thing,
Saying
because
it's bad.
because normally you have the writers, they had to check that stuff, they had to approve and stuff, and now that he owns it, he can literally just put whatever he wants on network.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying. I was gonna say
no,
that's
yeah.
probably still a board. But why did you say it's a bad thing?
This is just my opinion because I feel like Tyler Perry makes some corny ass shit.
I understand that.
I fuck with his him
Life.
just because he's a black man that is successful, and I respect that.
I
yeah.
choose not to comment at this time as the word.
That's what I said. I don't want to fuck up no audition for you, but
When I was growing up, all his movies he dropped from my lifetime when I was growing up, when I watched them bitches was sauced out.
I fuck with the plays.
Them bitches had some sauce.
The plays was hard, but the movies, no.
Nah, I will say there's some shows and stuff. He's got a lot of shows. Like Tyler Perry pops out lots and lots of shows.
There was. I mean, I seen all the. I seen all the plays, bro. I swear to God.
Oh,
they were saucy though. You know what I mean?
Plays. I
Then
fuck with
he
all
came
the
out with
plays.
them early movies.
everybody.
We seen all them movies, but then how long now? We seen them still.
Hey, he don't speak for us. He don't speak for all of us.
And that was nice. And then I got a little when it hit 19, 20, I probably I didn't keep up with the times, but in my generation growing up, when I watched them, they had the sauce, man.
Bruh, all I remember when I stopped watching Tyler Perry shit was when I think it was Tiana Taylor was in that one movie and she was like, "Bye, ring."
I will
For the whole movie, and I will
say this. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying he pumps out a lot of shows, and you only have so many writers. You only have so much material you can use.
I don't feel like you should say anything until you get your job.
I didn't say no.
Yeah, for sure. I think that people's biggest criticism of Tyler Perry, which I also sympathize with, is probably going along with kind of what you said about there only being X amount of writers and you pumping out all of these shows, is that a lot of them to me didn't feel very, very well thought out as far as what the repercussions of putting this idea out is going to do to a community that already doesn't have very many role models, right? Because black people, because we don't have a lot of role models outside of like the theater, so like actors, actors and movie stars, the same thing, musicians and stuff like that. We look at those people, right, as like role models and shit. And we look at stories and plays like, oh, this is telling the story of the black this or the black that. And we end up a lot of times empathizing and sympathizing with the shows more so than reality. And we start saying that, oh, this is for example, people will use a show to validate a point that they might be making about a topic that they've observed in real life.
People do
you know
that
what I'm
all the
saying?
time.
So it's just like, I feel like that's one of my biggest criticisms. Aside from that, though, the man's rags to riches story, I feel like, is truly phenomenal.
Oh, that's
And he puts a lot of people on.
Then he
So,
puts a
like,
lot of people on. So
full respect to Tyler
For
Perry.
sure, for
I'm just
sure,
not
for
watching
sure.
that
Tyler
shit.
Perry.
for sure. And that just goes to show, man, like anything that you're doing in life, bro, you gotta just keep doing. Like Fred said, man, you just gotta keep doing that shit because.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
No,
Damn
I'm
it,
just saying-
Fred. Stop being so right.
That nigga Cordell will be thinking and start talking while he thinking.
He said, "Well, goddamn it, I did it again." Big C, you got it.
We love you though, man. We love you though.
Hey, my boy, out
To
here
the moon and
surfing,
back.
man.
I ain't gonna be here next week. They bullying me. I'm taking another hiatus.
Everybody go finish their points in peace.
Hey man, fuck it, man. Let's go to the next topic.
God damn,
man.
where my keys at?
Let's go to
I think I left something in the car.
Boy,
See,
go
this
to-
is why I'm
Yeah,
only.
let's
This is
do
why
it.
I'm only allowed every other third episode. Because if I'm
He
here,
said every third episode.
this is why I gotta come in. I gotta come in sparingly because I gotta let them get their points in.
Y'all remember
real
that
quick.
Boondocks episode where they was talking about Tyler Perry?
Which one? Which one? Wait,
I
wait.
think I remember what they
I don't even want to do it.
Like,
Yeah,
Y'all ever-
hey, stop
I should've brought it
asking,
up.
bro. You don't need to be talking when you talking about Tyler Perry. We try to get you there.
My
Not
bad,
straight
Warren.
your
What's
way.
the next point, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
next
we
one,
we
next
are
one.
trying to get you there. I ain't trying
Yeah,
to mess
yeah,
up the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, bro. We
Oh,
gonna
but
cut some of
no.
that shit. We good.
Yeah, no. Shit. Oh shit, bro. They coming. Them motherfuckers is her. Them motherfuckers is her, bro. Them UFOs and shit falling
Hey
out the sky,
man,
bro.
hey man, y'all see? I know y'all heard the fucking shit that was uploaded, right?
I think that shit fake.
But did you see the alien video?
You talking
Oh,
about
no.
that Joker that was standing up and shit?
No, not standing up. No, the alien never. No, oh no, I gotta send you this shit. I think I still got it. Like
yo, pull it up.
the video,
I'm
the
sorry.
bitch that he was describing never got up off the fucking ground. The bitch was like in a. He was low to the ground, just crawling like. But when he said he was big, the bitch was big. But you can tell from.
I'm glad I ain't that thing.
Hey,
Because
bro.
whatever that thing
Hey,
is,
bro.
it's
I swear
a
to God.
bitch.
Hey, bro, I swear to God. Now look, when you see this shit, bro, big. Hey, Cuz said, Cuz said, he got big eyes, shiny.
Hey,
shiny. I said,
You send it to him. Pull
I'm
it
gonna
up. Put it up
I'm
on
gonna try to
his
pull it up.
Open
I think I got it. I think I saved the shit. Hold on.
Did y'all see the last thing Dre sent to Warren that you put up on the screen?
I don't think they caught it. I don't think
saw
they
it, bro. That was
You talking about with Zion?
sex crave.
He said he's a nasty sex addict. He called a nigga a nasty sex addict.
Wait, who?
That bitch was like, I told
Zion
you,
That was
Williams,
the
that post,
headline.
the headliner
Yeah,
for
but
that
that
picture I put up of
that
Zion
bitch
and his,
wild, man.
Hey man.
That shit was
I ain't gonna say it.
hilarious.
what? But
Fred said I'm coming for too many people today. I gotta chill.
Literally, bro.
Bro, I don't think I'm be able to find this shit though. Key, that shit crazy.
so I don't think that aliens is in this motherfucker. I could be wrong. I think so. This is the
I
thing. I
think,
think
hold on. I'm gonna say you are fucking wrong.
What
boy.
you say?
Right
You don't think
now.
aliens
The
exist?
CIA released the shit that's saying that they don't know what the fuck going on.
but that don't mean it's aliens. That's what I'm saying. I'm
What you
saying
think it is?
So hold on. It could be. Man, look. Hold on.
Wait,
but
Do you think aliens exist in general?
I think that it's very, very, very possible. I just don't have a lot of
I
confidence.
feel
that
like
they're
it's
here.
impossible. That's probably one of the only conspiracies that I actually believe in, like wholeheartedly, because I feel like it's almost. If you think about the world and how small, if you ever looked at the telescopes and they were like, "Oh, this is the world, and we're inside the Milky Way, and this is inside this galaxy, and this is one galaxy inside 50 other galaxies, and this is one in one nebula, and this is like so, like we are way too big. It would be this. It would be so dumb of us to assume that we're the only ones. Now, whether that's intelligent life, people always think that aliens have to be like super smart or super way advanced stuff. You could be a microorganism. Anything that's alive,
You know,
can-
would
something that's
technically
out of
be-
this world can be. So you
Would
can have
technically
something
be alien.
far,
But
far
look,
away from here that's literally just like living in the dirt. That's like microscopic, and that can be an alien. So I feel like there's way too many things out there to where it's not true. Personally, that's what I
But
believe.
then in the 90s though, they got this shit documented. A big UFO shit crash. The bitch crashed.
Hold on, did you say a big UFO ship or shit?
Shit. He said the big shit crashed. That big.
And then he called the UFO a bitch.
I did. Hey, it crashed though, but look though,
Man,
bitch.
I ain't never
Hey,
gonna be a
look.
UFO, bro. Cause they get talked about so bad.
UFOs over there talking with all their
But
niggas
look,
like, yo, that nigga didn't know who we were.
I want some real ass shit though, like the motherfucker that they went that pushed up on the fucking
You talking about
on
like
shit.
in Roswell, like that type one?
It was in the 90s, but I'm talking about the nigga that picked up the fucking organism, whatever it was, whatever that crawled out. He picked it up and he walked it to the fucking hospital, wherever they were going. They said when he dropped it off, they got this shit documented. You can look it up. When he dropped it off, they said that he like low key went into shock and he died 2 days later. They said they couldn't do nothing for him. They said the immune system, what was attacking the slime that was all that he carried. with
Not
it.
the slime.
The slime got into him. Up, cuz died, and they got this shit documented, bro. Honestly,
Sound like a
documented.
movie.
This shit is not like
This
this shit
is-
ain't no bullshit.
So this is once
It's just
again,
not no
once
bullshit.
again.
Confused.
What I'm saying is that I'm not saying that there aren't aliens, and I'm not saying that they aren't here. I'm just saying I doubt it because it's so much shit that we do to other folks that leave them like, man, look, the people on Sentinel Island are right smack dab in the middle. Like that shit's over there, like around Malaysia, in between Malaysia and India somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
The flight path from Australia and some more of those other places in Indonesia fly over the Sentinel Islands. Them motherfuckers probably think that them aliens. Because the Sentinel Islands, for those people that don't know, that's where that Christian missionary went that time to try to spread Christianity to this uncontacted group of people that have been there for thousands and thousands of years. They're one of the last few uncontacted people, and they be murdering motherfuckers. You go there if you want to, they're gonna put your head on a stick.
But I mean, like if they think they're aliens, who are they telling?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, you think they're gonna send like an email and be like, "Hey, bro, we seen aliens."
Who is they?
The Sentinel Islanders.
No, I'm saying like they probably look at airplanes like some shit from out of this world.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, but they're not gonna be the ones reporting alien sightings.
I think he's saying that they think we're aliens because they're so far back.
Yeah.
They've never seen airplanes.
I understand what he's saying, but what I'm saying is the people that are reporting it are in this time period.
Right. And what I'm saying is, man, have you ever seen the fucking Blackbird or whatever that the military got and the B-2 bomber and shit? Like, if you see that shit flying next to a F-22 Raptor, that shit looks so fucking futuristic, bro. That shit look like fucking some Batman shit. So I'm just like, ain't no telling what type of shit these other countries or us got. Huh?
I said, but you know what it is.
But what about the stuff we don't know?
What if
Somebody built it.
What if aliens are real? They're just like really, really poor. They just can't get here.
They don't got
Like,
the gas.
they don't got the gas. They're like, yo, y'all trying to vacation on Earth? They're like, fuck that shit. They're like, you see how much space gas is?
Space gas.
Yo, man, let's just chill out on Neptune, man. I heard they got
fucking
ice.
Super diesel.
For real though. Like, what if they?
These niggas different.
What if they real? What if they real? But they just think we like the Haiti of the area. Like, there's like bad shit
The
happening.
motherfuckers running on stellar ethanol, goddamn.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, anybody looking at Earth probably wouldn't. This is a shit show.
Exactly. That's what they think we like the Haiti of the universe. They're like, man, every time we go over there, we gotta help these niggas.
Hey, you
Like,
better get off Haiti, bro. I know some Haitian niggas that'll fuck you
I
up
got Haitians in my I got Haitians in my family. I can say that.
right now.
But
I
like,
can say
think
that.
about how crazy it
I got
is
hate
that
for
we
my
got
family.
shit going on over here where it's just like, imagine if you don't understand this concept, right? If you cross over an invisible border, you just gonna get killed. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like,
Wait, why?
because of the different borders that we got here in America. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not in America, I'm saying in the world, like how we've
Okay, I
just
see what you're
divided
saying
up
now.
land and stuff like that. It's just like some motherfuckers, if they go too far, you just get shot or killed or whatever the fuck. It's just like the aliens gotta figure that out. That would probably be the first thing that we got before we go down. We gotta figure out why when this person goes this distance, they die.
I believe aliens are here and they're real, but
What they doing?
no. I'm just saying they chilling. They but I'm saying like the government, if they released any, all right, real talk though. I mean, I know we just talking. This ain't facts. It's all just hypotheticals. We just having fun.
It ain't fast.
This no. The aliens right now is not facts. We have that confirmed. I can't say that's facts. This is my only opinions and thoughts. But
Okay.
if think about it, when the smallest little disaster happens, the smallest fragment, what happens? Smallest little thing, we go crazy.
War.
COVID, wars. We buy up all the fucking tissue and bread in the stores, starve each other. We all fight over gas and stuff, and that's off of just the smallest shit. And I just imagine
COVID wasn't all that small, but I get what you're saying.
No, but I'm saying in terms of like
It's
saying
only a
alien,
national pandemic.
in terms-
Niggas was
International.
dying.
in
Niggas was
terms,
dying.
in terms, but
bullshit.
I'm saying even in general, when some small things like that happen, even if it's like, oh, the gas pipeline's down and people are like all crazy trying to go, think of fucking
Oh, yeah, for sure. People go crazy.
yeah,
in
people go
times
crazy
of-
for a small thing, like the Black Lives Matter when people were like rioting for months and stuff and just looting things, people get arrested. Basically, what I'm saying is people are not in control. They're very, very wild, and the smallest little thing that's out of the ordinary, they immediately go to chaos. They immediately go anarchy. That being said, now I feel like that's the reason the government can't trust them with actually giving that knowledge out and being like, hey, these people exist, because the people with Americans and just people in general would lose their damn minds.
Okay, so what you're saying, I feel like speaks to what Juan's point was as to why they wouldn't be here. Because I feel like if China just flies a plane over the border right now, they got like 3 warnings before they getting this shit shot down. You try to send a submarine over here. You go too far, they're gonna torpedo your ass. So you mean to tell me something can literally come out the sky and ain't nobody, we just gonna let it happen to the point where niggas is just recording it with their phone?
No. Again, I don't know all that stuff.
Unless they got some
in
magical technology.
I mean, yeah. I mean, whenever someone talks about aliens, they're assuming that they're way, way more advanced than us, which I'm not saying that's the case. Because again, we don't know. They could just be microorganisms. But I'm saying in the terms of, I feel like there was proof of something extraterrestrial being here, and the government doesn't tell people because they know humans can't handle it.
I understand.
They know.
Point.
They know.
I agree
people
with that.
cannot handle. We can't handle even the smallest thing, fraction of our lives. So that's why they would never like release that information. But do I feel like, just like he was saying earlier about the whole like recordings of him like grabbing someone would believe to be an alien and taking them out there, and there's all these weird accounts and stuff. But then the things disappear, then they get wiped and stuff. I mean, we make jokes about like movies and like there's Men in Black and all these other things, and it's like, and you think this like really good, you know, in your mind you're like, oh, this is really good, this is fantasy. But there's like a part of me that'll be like, this is a good ass documentary. these niggas over there actually telling on, they dry snitching on themselves.
Shit is both informative and entertaining.
Exactly. Like, you know, you never know. There might be some like wild thing they're like, they're just over there putting in this, like, put that in the movie. They're like, you sure this real? Like, them niggas don't know. They don't know that. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, that's just me.
And that's some real shit. The thing is like, it's so much stuff that you don't know, and I've said this before anyway. Like, whatever is going on, most folks ain't got the education or whatever the fuck to deal with it anyway. So I honestly don't. So if you can do something about something, there's no point in worrying about it. And if you can't do something about something, there's no point in worrying about it.
Juan, so I love you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but but I need to cut you off for a second, because I gotta ask y'all a question. All y'all. So that makes me bring up the what I thought about, like, you know, because I actually wholeheartedly believe that aliens are out there. May not be here. I believe they were here. Some proof with them of that. Okay. I actually believe we have lots more proof than people they just covered up. Is there one conspiracy that you wholeheartedly believe in? Like, I'm talking about like you know, 100% die on that hill every time. Is there one that you're like, that shit's real?
Mermaids real.
You 100% believe mermaids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell no.
You want to talk?
Manatees.
No, I don't know. I mean, you know, I can see it. I'm skeptical.
But they got that shit documented too.
I'm skeptical of it. But at the same time, I mean,
that's why I said once before.
No, at the same time, we know more about space than we do our own oceans.
Man, you think that it's gonna be people under some
they
water?
No, but that's the misconception. People just assume it's a half fish, half person. It could be a weird ass top dragon type thing. You don't necessarily know.
So it's just one type of nigga walking. Hey, no niggas in the ocean.
I highly doubt it. No, it is niggas in the oceans, and we call them bitches whales. Like, like we call them whales and manatees and fish and sharks and all types of other shit and squid.
They prefer bloated aquatic mammals.
Yeah, like,
we gotta be PC here.
How you know what they prefer?
Huh? I talked to him.
But a conspiracy that I completely wholeheartedly believe in. I mean, I feel like I believe in all the conspiracies that have turned out to be true. I'm a skeptic, so like I don't really like when I see something, I hear about something, I don't really buy into it immediately, right? So if someone was to say, "Do you think aliens exist?" I'm going to say, do I think they exist? They probably do. Do I feel like they're here? I don't feel like we've had. I don't feel like there's nothing that could convince me that it's just these crazy motherfuckers.
I feel like you still ain't answered the question.
One said the human population is not do not have enough ribs to draw the aliens for the aliens to pull up.
You literally just were like, listen.
We ain't important enough for the aliens to be here.
I'm saying.
And you pulled it up.
One just said, he was like, listen, all the conspiracies I believed in were right. So like y'all didn't even catch that. That nigga just wasn't. He goes, listen. All I'm saying is I'm 100% from the field. Like he is.
Look at this shit, bro. What is that?
That shit CGI.
No, it ain't.
Motherfuckers believe everything is not CGI. That is CGI. And everything that ain't CGI, they think is CGI.
See, this is why you can't trust videos anymore because we have way too much. We
Look
have
how that
way
thing
too
moving,
much-
man. That shit CGI didn't motherfucker.
It ain't CGI.
We have way too much technology and AI.
Hey,
Shout out to AI
I'm
videos and all that
gonna
stuff,
hate
man.
it when the aliens pull up on me and I'm gonna have my shit recorded and I'm gonna have niggas say that shit CGI and I'm be in this be like nigga, you see this bitch?
Hey,
Now go
that's also a problem. That's also a fact that they got going for them. They can always, no matter, you can have the most realist thing with an alien. They be like, nigga, that number Photoshop. Like,
Cuz was in the back. Cuz in the backyard.
That's
What is?
CGI
Hold on. What? Bro, what is what? Say it again.
Man, some CGI. Man, you ain't see how that thing was moving. That thing was moving so unrealistic like.
What they supposed to move?
Something
realistic,
real.
like.
Yeah, it's supposed to move realistic like.
He said, I ain't never seen that thing before, so it better act how I wanted to act.
But no. Like for real though, like.
Wait, we didn't get to Fred though. Fred didn't say what he believed.
Oh, I
in.
thought okay,
About what? Aliens?
No. One conspiracy.
Oh.
I'm going around asking everyone their one conspiracy that they actually believe in. Apparently he never wrong. He believed everything that's already been proven.
Like for example, I don't believe that 9/11 wasn't necessarily an inside job.
It was.
I don't believe that it was.
For them motherfuckers go right over there.
You say you don't believe that it was?
I don't believe that it was.
They came out.
Hold on. I don't believe that it was necessarily an inside
it's
job.
Fred's turn.
Because, for example,
I better stop interrupting Fred.
I think that they knew about it potentially happening. That does not mean that it was an inside job or someone let it happen. You get what I'm saying? You can have intelligence that something is probably going to happen.
The absence of evidence does not mean the evidence of absence.
Whatever you just said. So with that having been said, to me, I don't see a reason because we ended up going to Iran and Afghanistan and still losing shit. So it's just like, I don't see a reason why you would risk the lives of your infrastructure, which makes you more money than you could win. It makes you more money over time than a war, and the lives of your workforce. I don't see why you would risk that to go to war.
Well,
You clearly don't know the government.
No, I'm saying to that. What I'm saying is to that scale, it just doesn't make sense to that scale. I'm not saying that. For example, we risk people's lives all the time, going over and fighting fruitless wars for sure. What I'm talking about is your innocent people, your infrastructure, and all of this other stuff. To me, it doesn't make sense that there would be people that would be willing to say, "Hey, yeah, well, let's communicate and let's formulate a plan with these foreigners to fly an actual plane into an actual building on our actual soil."
It makes sense in the theory, and again, I'm not going to dive into that specific one, but the whole premise of them saying that is because war breeds money, and we were in a recession.
Just gonna say that.
And we were in a recession at the point. Every single time we had an economic boom and growth, it was right after World War I, World War II, because you had to have people in the factories making guns, supplying. You had to do all that stuff, reserves for people. So. And that is, they make a joke about it, but that's like the quickest way. I can't remember what the saying is, but it says something along the lines of like, if your economy is going bad or something like that, go to war. Obviously, I butchered or whatever it is, but that's essentially what it was, is with how they say. And again, I don't want to dive into the whole conspiracy because people know more about it than me.
But then again, like the government, they do wild ass shit.
They do.
Even with the Tuskegee,
where they gave
experiment and shit.
Where they gave
come out the gate and tell them black people that they did that to them. They
went
like 30, 40, 50 damn years to come out with it. But they really did. And then they sat there.
They gave them all syphilis.
Cure. Even when they found the cure for it, they said, "No, we're gonna see how long the human body can withstand it." And them people, man, no, like,
was that what I thought that?
That shit is wild.
Hold on, no. Did they give them syphilis? Or
yes, they gave them syphilis.
Hold on. Yeah. Did they give them syphilis, or did they just deny them access to treatment?
They gave them syphilis. They gave them syphilis, man.
They gave them syphilis.
They gave them syphilis and sat there.
And they studied it. And then once they found out, they just were like, "Nah, we want to see how this works out."
We want to see how deep it keep going.
Yeah.
We want to see what it does to the human body all the way through and through.
Yep.
And guess what? And they ain't say shit for 20 to 30 years, bro. And we talking about the government did that. Like, no, you can't even.
We still haven't heard Fred's one.
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate?
You think that they eating babies?
What the hell is Pizzagate?
No, we about to die.
Is that a joke? Is that a real?
You don't know what Pizzagate is?
I've never heard that in my life. Pizzagate? Like Pizza?
Okay, so when I say that, I'm using it as a blanket term for like just the fact that the elite be fucking with kids.
Oh, so pizza's supposed to Abbreviate
You
for
ain't
what?
never heard them saying they gonna have like a pizza party.
Yeah.
I don't
don't want to get too deep into it.
I don't spend too much. I
Yeah,
don't
'cause
get
I don't-
into all that
I don't know
mentally
shit.
ill stuff.
I don't know
The
shit.
Epstein stuff.
Nah, that shit different though.
Yeah.
It's
I
different when
believe
they
in
line that shit up.
No.
Yeah.
I believe in all that shit.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah, like I said, I don't want to do too much, but I believe that they be on
we gonna get murdered for this.
some shit.
I don't ever understand how people that are that rich and powerful choose to like mess around with kids, man. That's messed up.
How long we said we moving on? A1 this segment. We about to
But
get
nah,
murdered.
like you,
Yeah,
like
that's what I thought. That some of those people already had syphilis, and I don't think that they were giving new people syphilis. They were denying access to treatment, and they were saying that they didn't inform them, some of them, that they had syphilis, and they were saying that what they had was some type of blood disorder, and they were going to be a part of some experiment that was going to last 6 months to try to cure the blood disorder.
They also gave them syphilis too, though.
That doesn't say it. I'm not saying that they didn't. What I'm saying is that I don't see any record on here, and that's what I thought. I remember it too. I don't feel like they were just the majority of people already had syphilis. Now, how they got syphilis, I don't know, but the majority of them already had syphilis. They denied access to health for the syphilis.
I know. I'm saying, you think people were just like, "Hey, hold your hands up if you got syphilis"? Like, no. It's like when the treatments and stuff. Again, it's been a while since I've seen the whole documentary, but I've actually did a paper on it in school and in college and stuff too about.
Some of them they gave it to him.
Yeah, it was.
Lie.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I don't have the stuff because it's been a few years since. But I mean,
Because then again, they ain't just going around testing black people at that time to see who got
But
syphilis.
that's-
Yes, they were. They most certainly were, because it was it's at the same time as whatever the fuck, there was a draft going on. A lot of it had to do with the military as well, and that's why a lot of it was found out, because a lot of it was dealing with them trying to get involved in the military.
I feel like most conspiracies, though, there's not a lot that I believe in, just because I believe that if people are powerful enough, they're not gonna let shit get out.
Yeah.
Does, and like, just even the fact that we be like, we'll say something and then be like, well, we don't really want to talk about it, because when people have power like that, like, they're a real deal disappear your ass.
Y'all got it.
Yeah.
in the back of your mind, you're like, that shit's not real, but like, just in case if it is real.
I'm not gonna say this shit.
Yeah,
But is
got
that
it.
really a conspiracy? So the two different parts of a conspiracy, and we got to move on though. But the two different parts of a conspiracy, like an actual conspiracy, is just when two people or a group of people conspire against something or have something that they're trying to do in secret, right? The conspiracies that we talk about are like these. So like what you're talking about like someone big and powerful, that to me is like a real conspiracy. It's not the kind of conspiracies that we talk about or we mention though. You get what I'm saying? Like a secret plan to like fuck over people and all of this other. I don't know. I feel like there's one that's actually like believable, and then the other one is like this woo-wah stuff that we just attribute the word. I'm probably ain't making sense. Fuck it.
But no, I mean,
No, you making sense.
yeah, no, conspiracies. No, I'll just say this real quick so we can
The
move on.
boogeyman.
But conspiracies, like you said, some are believable, some are not, and that's what makes them. And that's what makes them like interesting, because
Yeah.
that's why people gravitate to some of them, because it's just enough to where you go and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
maybe that shit is real.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Let's get out of here, man. Let's mention some of this stuff real fast. Anita Baker removed Babyface from her songs.
Next level
From
hating.
her songstress tour. Babyface addressed it. And
He did it in the most babyface way possible.
what did he do?
that's a terrible name.
What did he do?
He was like, man,
That's a
I
terrible name.
I wish all the best to Miss Anita, and I'm sorry that she removed me from her tour. It was just like so nice and sweet.
I mean, he should have been. That's how you handle it respectfully and professional.
yeah.
But unlike his
I don't
name,
even really
man,
know why
that's-
this is a headline though, because it's just like it ain't like something happened that or at least nothing's come
When
out.
was the
that
last time
something
you were in
happened.
your car and you were like, turn on that baby?
They said that like there was basically, I guess, from the first set he did on the show, her fans were like, the internet says that her fans were like too excited about him.
And not excited. Oh, that's why when y'all say that's some next level hate.
I said that because it was like basically like that nigga shouldn't really be an opener, but for anybody. But I mean, I guess if you're gonna open for somebody, it could be Anita Baker. But he got way.
Damn, that is tough.
That's different.
That's TUFF. I can't lie to you.
Damn, she came out there. They were going crazy for her. Then she get up there. They didn't do the same thing. She was not fucking. David Baker said, "Fuck you.
Hell no.
You off my tour.
I'm gonna go get me a peasant."
She looked at him. She go, "Oh, okay. Y'all niggas ain't gonna cheer for me. I got something for your ass."
Let's wrap this shit up, man. One last thing that I want to talk about. In the section called "Interesting Internet Moments." I wanted to talk about the Wadabi tribe in Africa. These motherfuckers have this ritual where the men dress up in makeup and they essentially do this song and dance and do a whole bunch of jumping around. And the purpose of it is to attract, to be the most beautiful. This nigga talking about my feet dangling, and he got a tattoo of a shoe on his ankle.
Juan, do you know what projecting means?
These niggas wild, y'all.
He's kicking.
I bet I'm masculine about it.
That shit's funny.
He got the manliest foot dangle, y'all.
Yeah, you feel me? But no, they do a song and dance, and the thing is that whichever one of the men that the women find the most attractive gets the fuck, even if the woman is married or even if the man is married.
Only one?
I wouldn't be in that tribe.
Huh?
Only one?
Only one, yeah.
I'm
I
weird.
think so. It might be multiple.
How many men is in that track? Because that'd be a hell of a contest to win or lose.
But like, you got to put on makeup and do all of this other shit. I said that the only reason why I brought this up because I thought it was interesting and it was on the internet and it fit the description of what I was looking for. Was just to throw shade at niggas' idea of masculinity. These motherfuckers literally got to put on makeup and dance and do all of this
woman
to get the woman and fuck.
Yeah, it's called peacocking.
Yeah.
How you gonna
pretty-
take another nigga's woman? No,
It's actually pretty natural in the
But then again,
Animal
like,
Kingdom.
so if he win, do he like
Get the fuck.
all the bitches?
I don't know about all the
That's,
bitches.
he said I wouldn't be in that tribe 2 minutes later. Now hear me out. He said
He fucking
he
everybody.
did a 180 real quick.
Like, hey,
like,
like cut fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Nigga said, "Wait, how big is this tribe?"
So
man?
how long he get to fuck him though? Like
He said how long? Maybe one time,
Till
nigga.
he
I don't
get
know.
done.
This
God
nigga wanted me to give a
But I'm just
full
saying, though, like,
analytical analysis
Oh,
on the goddamn.
look,
greedy ass.
No, I'm saying though, like, so you gotta go through all this shit.
Hey,
It's
I'm
only a 1 day.
I'm gonna ruin your fantasy right now because you know all them women's got bushes.
Nah, I ain't much, but they ain't even.
They from the tribe. You think they got races out there?
If I gotta do all
Yeah,
that,
probably so.
if I gotta do all that, bro, I'm leaving the tribe. They got it. I'm just gonna find me a whole new way of life.
This nigga.
Like, bro, out the gate, like, even still, like, you want me to sit up here and put makeup on? Now, I ain't going against nobody that put makeup on. Y'all do y'all thing. You feel me? But if you want me to put makeup on and dance, you lost me with the makeup on and dance. Like, before we can get there, you just lost me. Like, I gotta do what to get you? Cool. If that what you like, by all means.
Hey, that's pretty masculine though.
I'm sliding. I know it's just a way of life. It's just whatever you want to do. Cause I bet them niggas that dancing with
So
their makeup on.
you change your last name, but you won't put a makeup on and throw it
Listen
throw it
what I'm
back.
saying. Them niggas that's in that tribe,
Getting that
they
butt.
got their makeup on and they dancing. They can go kill they can go kill anything with their fucking hands. Them niggas are more masculine than any of us right here. They got it. Like, you can't even put, like, when other people and other humans basically does stuff like that, you can't even really describe masculinity or any of that other shit. You can't, because we got niggas that goddamn got makeup on that'll fuck you up with their hands.
They probably hit you with a rock.
And they live a whole different way of lifestyle. They out here getting it. Honey.
Imagine a goddamn.
We can't fuck with them. They more masculine than any fucking thing that we seeing around this bitch. They got
Imagine a goddamn ram going through. You know how you see them videos of where a bull or a ram get through and they start headbutting folks and folks running and shit. They go up to one of them, they just be like,
yeah.
I ain't gonna like that's dick. Like fuck,
catch the motherfucker by the throat. The motherfucker just slump.
the same niggas that were just dancing. Y'all got it. I promise you, I'm gonna just leave the
I
tribe.
can do that too. I just don't be trying to show niggas up.
Not like
they
rose blush cheeks. It's probably like face paint too, right?
Yeah,
It's face paint and
they got
lipstick
them
and stuff
eyes.
like
Yeah,
that.
they got them eyes.
war paint.
Yeah, they different, bro.
I can pull it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I ain't got no problem with that.
They masculine as hell. Like, I don't give no fuck. They might do that shit for the women, but I swear to God, they different. They different,
Let me see.
cuz. They different.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut some of this because we going way too long. But it's my fault because I had the longest fucking itinerary in the world. It's my fault.
I
Here we
don't
go.
know, bro. Like I feel like podcasts supposed to be long. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said, man.
just-
You
it
could-
take-
that's
it
why I
take-
say you could always you could start doing. Oh.
My bad. I was really trying to play the video.
Hey, he ain't never shut
Cordell, don't listen to that. That was not what.
Hey, Big C, I ain't never seen him shit them.
I'll see y'all in a week.
Like all of these are men.
Them niggas from us, bro.
You.
I gotta figure out what toothpaste them niggas was using. Them teeth was white.
Them niggas from us. You seen that shit? My fault.
You just out of pocket.
Hey, they did look scary though.
I swear to God, you seen the fucking chant? They was the. Bro, they from us, bro. They said 100,000 of them. I hate for them niggas
And
that
they
get
said
for real.
only 100,000. Like
Bruh,
that's not a lot of
Like,
motherfuckers.
hey man, them niggas come together and say they want to do some shit.
I
bro.
get in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of people, but like 100,000 of anything is a lot. You know what I'm saying? You get
Only
$1 from each of them,
100,000.
you got more money than most motherfuckers making a year. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like,
It's crazy.
You said what?
I said, this nigga shush me. We ain't talking.
I sincerely apologize. I
Bro,
would not.
Bro, we tried to move on. You brought us all the way back.
That shit still hurt, nigga.
I see.
Yeah, that was the loudest. It was so quiet.
It was the loudest and it was quiet.
Hey, philosopher
My
Fred.
my feelings.
One said, shh.
It was the timing.
It was all good though. We tried, bro.
My feelings, man.
I see.
I'll buy you a sandwich after we get done with this.
Cool.
Let's get out of here, man. Let's hit sports real fast. The Denver Nuggets won that. That was the most boring shit, man. I did not want them to get that shit. I really wanted my man Jimmy Butler. Hey, man, look at Fred. Does he not look like Jimmy Butler?
I thought he was Jimmy Butler.
This man Fred, I keep trying to say, got the same, like they cut from the same cloth. You feel me? Like if Fred hoop, it'd be Jimmy Butler.
Okay. That's
Fred, you take them glasses off.
What Big C?
I feel like I go cross-eyed when I take my glasses off. I don't know.
I see it. I
I
see
don't
it.
like it. You don't.
I see it. I see it. I see the bucket.
But I mean,
Remember when he
how I
had the
feel about the
Monroe?
series. I had said this shit when after they won their second one, when they won their second like the second round with whoever they were playing before they played the Lakers, I think. I said Denver was gonna win it all. I said that shit
Because of that big ungraceful motherfucker. So
Hey,
For one,
ungraceful.
but then also they had just got Murray back,
Oh yeah.
and Murray overall his game before he even got hurt, he was the smoothest motherfucker mid-air or doing any kind of layup or transition that I've ever seen.
The Lakers should have
Like,
won.
it wasn't nobody in the NBA smoother. Now Kyrie, he a wizard, cool, but he's not smooth. Like when I'm talking about smooth, like my boy
If
Bron,
like it don't look like
if
he take him a
you-
lot
no,
of effort.
I swear, and he like he's doing this shit just so like. And when Bron tried to before he got hurt, Bron had tried to you know how like Bron come from the back and try to swat that shit. No, he was just too smooth. Like when he laid it was just too graceful. I'm like, ain't nobody playing with that much
if
grace.
you watch the games though, the Lakers, even though they lost every game and got swept, they were always like 2 points away from it. Like they should have won, to be honest. Game 2, LeBron choked, and some of the other games it was
Then they
just,
shouldn't have won.
I wouldn't say choke. I would
he
say
he jacked.
I would
up,
say this. I would say this.
That 2 game he was jacking up a bunch of
But
threes
then
at the
again,
very
though,
end.
the whole fucking playoffs, who stopped Jokic? The only person I heard this shit. Somebody said the only person that could stop Jokic was overseas, and that was Dwight Howard. Then I said, damn, let me go look at some videos. And I said, shit, he did stop Jokic sometime.
That's true, but
More so than none. But ain't nobody in the whole playoffs could stop Jokic.
No, true, but I'm saying that even when they played crazy like that, what was it, game 4, when LeBron went off for like 40 and stuff like that. Even those games, or game 3, or one of the other ones. Even on those games where Murray he scored 30 points in the first half.
But you
He
got
scored
Murray.
30. That's what I'm saying. He scored
And you
30 in
got
the first
Jokic.
half, and the Lakers were only down by 3. That's what I'm saying. Every game, the first game where Jokic scored like 40 points and had like 20-something rebounds, they lost by like 4 points. Like every single game was like right there to where 1 or 2 baskets, if they had 1 or 2 baskets, the Lakers would have won. So personally, I feel like it sucks for him. Because I would like to see LeBron get another ring.
It's also the playoffs, though, so it's going to be there.
No, yeah, it happens. I mean,
and motherfuckers getting blowed out in the playoffs, that's different.
I did really want to see Fred win that ring, but but you know, I gotta give props to Denver though, because you know it's their first championship ever. Now people are debating, they're saying, which I feel like it's got to be true. They said he's got to replace Carmelo as the best Nugget of all time. Because he actually brought him a championship, and they also wear the same jersey. So
then also he's hey y'all, fuck y'all too. Don't get mad. I'm just speaking facts. He's better than Melo.
But it was smooth.
See, I'm walking off.
And prime Melo,
Prime Melo and Prime Jokic. I'm going with Jokic again.
Jokic.
But look who you comparing it to.
Jokic.
They could have gave Jokic the fucking MVP for this year again for 3 times. And no, I'm not no Jokic motherfucker. I'm not a fucking fan. I'm just talking about pure game, pure talent, pure all what he put into it. Like,
I respect Jokic, but I also don't know how he is as talented as he is.
So
every time you look at him, he just looked like the most uncoordinated nigga on a court.
But then
ever.
again, guess what they ain't doing? They
Be
can't
smooth.
stop him. What's
They
his
can't.
name that's on the Lakers? Not LeBron, the center. What's
Anthony
that?
Davis.
They was talking about how good Anthony Davis was doing right before they had to play the fucking Jokic. Now.
Anthony Davis ain't
But guess
consistent,
what?
though.
Jokic was fucking dirking this nigga from the 3-point, fading away.
Anthony Davis
Shitting on him.
He's inconsistent.
He couldn't. No, fuck that. Everybody was talking how much he was doing all that good shit. How much he was,
Shit just got personal.
Yeah, like fuck that. No, because they came to me. They tried to
Hey,
like,
let me ask you a real question, man.
20 points, 20 rebounds. You can't stop him.
Let me ask you a question. How much money you had on that game? Because he just got real personal. He was like, "Nah, fuck that."
Nah, like, cause they always try to come with a rebuttal. I'm like, it's no rebuttal. He got shitted on.
You gotta know.
Hey, Celtics in 3
about sports. That's a whole.
He got shitted on.
A different
Like,
thing.
It's a different thing. You
I'm
see
not
how I
gonna
got quiet?
I'm not gonna
That's a different thing.
I'm the whole host of the show. I got quiet. I said, hey.
Hey.
They came to me with that bitch talking about 20 points, 20 rebounds. What's what you do next game? And he came back, he did it again. I said, cool, do your thing. He got in front of Jokic and couldn't do shit. Couldn't do a damn thing. And I said, oh, y'all motherfuckers ain't talking now, huh? Jokic at the 3-point line, fading away on fucking can't do a damn. I said, damn. And then I'm talking about it's so bad, you can't double him. You can't do shit because guess what you about to do? Look at you and throw it over here.
He definitely bet on AD on the parlays though.
But nah,
I just hope that there ain't no nigga nowhere that is as skilled at podcasting as Dre is at basketball criticizing my podcast. Like this nigga Dre.
Like nah, like you can't even say that or do that. And then y'all want to give the first fucking when they got done with the game. Yeah, what you gotta do better? I know I was some too nervous, but this game. Next game come around, shit it on again. Next game come around, shit it on. We had 3-0. Now what
I hope I'm not getting shitted on.
I was a pretty good Anthony Davis impression.
Like we gotta do better. Like no, fuck doing better, bitch. Do what you were just doing. Oh, you can't. So don't come to me with. Cause I'm gonna say you this. I never and this go for everybody. Y'all got it, but you can't stop me. I'm a go. So if when people stop you from doing shit on the fucking court, I know for a fact you just outplayed the elite level of it. Like you down here. You can't even compete. You can't compete when you don't compare. And Anthony Davis just don't compare. And then they got mad. They didn't want to even give. They didn't want to give my boy the 3. Like, I'm like, he's shitting on people. Like,
damn, this nigga got shitted on in the game, and now he's getting shitted on by a sports commentator.
Bro, being
hey,
honest
you need
though.
to take Shannon Sharp's spot.
What's so crazy is they didn't even want to
Shannon.
give Jokic the fucking MVP of the season. When he's who's doing better? Who's really doing fucking better? The nigga averaging 20, 28 to 30 points plus 10 fucking fucking assists. Plus, we ain't even talking about the rebounds. I'm talking about these fucking assists as a fucking center. The rebounds is like, what, 17 to 18 a game? You don't give it to him? Cool. Now y'all give him the finals MVP.
All I'm saying is Jokic don't want to see me on the court. I would have averaged a quadruple singles.
That's it, bro. You ain't doing this shit against Jokic.
Nah, I would have averaged a quadruple singles.
That cub want to go feed his horses and play ball.
9 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists.
You gonna get 9 rebounds on Jokic?
I'm gonna have help.
I don't even think Anthony did this.
That is right.
I'm
Shannon
gonna have
Sharp
help.
did leave. Shannon Sharp left.
I'm gonna have help.
Have you? But look, though,
I'm
have you
aiming
seen
straight for
why,
the
like,
kneecap.
low-key he left though.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah, Skip. But you seen like the podcast when he drew the line.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it though.
I think low key.
There was like 2
I think
different
low key it was
things.
because like like with events happening, like if you recall on every event that's even led up to when Skip said, "Bitch, you suck."
Yeah, Skip was
basically he said that
Skip
shit
was
when
going ham
he
on.
was talking about what's that quarterback name?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, it was that one right there. He said, "What the fuck?" Because basically, at the end of the day, he is in the Hall of Fame, bro. You can't take that shit away from him. He put in that work. He did X, Y, and Z. And for you to say this man suck,
He a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Bruh.
Skip Bayless was going in on.
But to be fair, so it could have been. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm
saying?
skeptical of it. I don't know. I guess one of the reasons why I'm skeptical of it is because of his departure speech and like the credit that he and subsequently Stephen A. Smith ended up giving Skip Bayless.
He only did that because Shannon Sharp's a fucking professional. That's the only reason. If you watched any of those things where Skip Bayless was like dogging him out, people were saying how Shannon was. They were impressed Shannon didn't just jump over and punch him because he was coming at this grown ass man that's like 3 times his size, disrespecting the crazy out. And Shannon Sharp, every single time Skip Bayless kept it super professional.
and then especially
He probably was just saying all that stuff at the end to be nice to respect because he's such a professional dude.
No. Because no, it's most certainly true. Shannon Sharp would not be at the level that he is now in his career in that arena if it had not been for Skip Bayless.
True, and I believe he was thinking it for that, but he's still the reason that he left. Skip being disrespectful.
and
he's
then
like,
also like the deal too.
Yeah,
You
because
can't mess up the deal.
he got bought out. He won out. He had a contract for more years. You don't have all those crazy arguments and fights, and then just dramatically. Now you could say that was it Skip? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I guarantee I watch Undisputed literally every single day when it's out, when it's Monday through Friday, and First Take and all the other ones, and Get Up, all of them, all the sports ones. And I can almost tell you right now that as soon as when Shannon Sharp leaves, now that he's not there, Undisputed viewership is going to tank because people watch that shit because of Shannon, because how charisma he is,
For sure.
and because of how good he is. I mean, I doubt Skip Bayless asked for him to leave. It was definitely Shannon being like, "You ain't gonna disrespect me," like how Stephen A. Smith used to do Max Kellerman. Because remember how
he also meant it though when he said that nigga suck. That was
that's what I'm saying.
If you look at that podcast, I mean not podcast.
That's what he said.
If you look
Disrespecting
at it, you can see it in Shannon's eyes like, damn, this how you feel.
Yeah, like when you
And
make
that was different,
like when you
though.
make jokes at me, like we just fucking around, but like he was.
Nah, you meant that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nah, I f with him, but you suck. Oh my god! And how you deliver it though? Like, I mean,
I really think it was the delivery because
people
I mean,
tell the truth and all that.
the thing is,
It's crazy though.
the thing is,
I
and
would've sat him.
this ain't me being no kind of way. To be fair, if we're talking about Tom Brady, compared to Tom Brady, a lot of people, relatively speaking, suck. You know what I'm saying?
They don't suck. They're not as good. But Stephen A.
Yeah, that's the
But
point.
his thing was saying that he goes, compared to him, you're terrible. He was saying all the other stuff, and he was basically like Shannon said, he said, you acting like I'm a bum. He's like, I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
You could say this person's better, but there's a difference when someone say Michael Jordan's better, and then they
You're right, because in the
LeBron.
arena
Yeah.
of sports, the word "suck" is a huge thing.
It's
But
crazy.
I think also the reason why the reason why there's a disconnect is because I don't feel like sports analysts necessarily feel that the same way that people who actually played sports.
And
feel
that's
that way.
nothing. I was about to say that too. Cuz ain't even played.
If you-
and you saying this shit, what?
If we're on the basketball court and you say he better than you and he better than me, I'm gonna be like, that nigga better than me. I might not admit it. I might not say it to him because of pride or whatever, but you might be like, yeah, he all right. But then if you go, man, you suck. He way better than you. You suck. Any man that's like fight, you automatically like, hold on now. You ain't just gonna play me like I'm some type of like, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna make you feel some type of way.
That goes back to what I was saying on that whatever episode we did when I was like mediocre men. I won't say.
Hey,
which
bro,
men.
you gonna stop calling me out? You gonna stop?
I'm not calling you, but like mediocre, like people like just look forward to taking shots at greatness, especially when it comes to great black men. People are always, because how can you have never played a sport and look at a Hall of Famer and say you suck in any context?
That is kind of weird. That is kind of crazy. You never even played. You
never played, and then you say that what? He in the Hall of Fame, and he 3 times. I ain't even know Shannon 3-time Super Bowl champion, but he won it 3 times. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You can't say that shit, and you haven't played. Yeah. You went out there in the field. You was outside the club, couldn't even get in.
How you mad? You can't get in.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
That Chris Brown reference.
Yeah, but you can't. Like, you just can't. Nah. Yeah. Especially when we out here and we've been out in the field and we've been playing for so long and we've been Hall of Famers and we done won championships. And a nigga want to come to us that ain't even been out here. I did no fucking type of work, but you hosting this show.
Hey.
Come to us about, no, bro, what the fuck?
I want to know what Shannon goes on next, man, because I'm
his own podcast.
Huh?
Probably
he has his own podcast, but I feel like
he's probably going to get it with another network.
Way too popular.
Yeah,
he's going to get picked up.
He got a whole network that's prior coming. That's another reason why I said prior with his letter of leaving, he's not going to mess that deal up. Come on, y'all. He cannot, like, come on. At any time, you got to think and not let emotions drown you the fuck out.
You taking Club Shay Shay with him. You
can't, like, you just cannot. You can't let your emotions just, you feel me? Even if you got to make the smart move every time.
Yeah.
Now, the smart move to use your emotions to get your shit out, then cool. But no, don't do that. Don't jeopardize what you got coming to you.
Speaking of motherfuckers jeopardizing shit they got coming from, that nigga John Morant, goddamn, probably finna be suspended for a minute.
Oh, damn, that's right.
Probably finna be suspended for a minute.
Steve, Adam Silver said that he wasn't gonna say what it was because he didn't want to say it during.
But people are speculating like half the season.
He said he didn't want to say what it was because of the
Look, so let me ask you
during the NBA Finals.
I don't be saying everything.
He didn't want to take away from you.
So like, is this really like all because he had a gun on? Like,
cumulative events.
So it's more than like twice, right?
People, yeah. This it's the history.
So I heard that like he had one out in he was in the club or something. He was just waving that bitch around.
I don't know if he was just waving it around, but they flew to somewhere out west, and somehow he ended up with a gun.
He brought it on the team plane basically, and that's like
I don't know if he did that or not.
No,
I don't know if they confirmed
that's what they were saying. Like that's what I'm saying. They said there's no way he could have gotten the gun down there. He would have had to bring it on the plane. So then that's why his camp was basically saying, oh, it was one of his friends' gun that was there, and he was holding it, and that's what all the little went.
Like, cause you just can't say he flew with it because niggas can always fly down there.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
play a game. By the time they got the game, I can have my cousin driving the whole time.
But that's what I'm saying. Let's be honest. He probably brought it.
So are they not checking the bags though?
That's why they're not checking the bags. They're grown men. They're not checking things for that stuff. Now they have metal detectors and stuff like that in the arenas and stuff when they come in for the players and shit like that. But on the private planes, though, they fly them out. I mean, most likely not. You got to think of it. How do you think Gilbert Arenas got his gun into the thing when they did that? They didn't check for bags and stuff. They just. I
don't know.
They just people like at work. There's tons of people. You can't have guns on our job's premises. You know how many people got guns in their car? Just don't.
There's a difference between being in your car and
no,
on the plane,
it's not. It's not a difference because you can't have it on the premises at all. So, it is on.
No, what I'm saying, I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is the actual process of getting on a plane with a gun is different than pulling up to a job with a gun in your car.
Oh yeah, it's very different. But I'm just saying in the same terms, like it's not allowed. So that's all I'm saying. Like, and the difference.
I don't know if you might be right. I don't know if he had it on the plane or not. I know that was part of the event though.
They're speculating that he had brought it on the plane to get it to
that's the point that I'm making. It's speculative that he brought it on the plane to get there. On top of that, it was on the premises where the players were at, and they weren't supposed to have guns on the premises. So that was the bigger thing.
Well, he also aimed those guns at the security guards.
He and his friends had something somewhere. At one game or something at the end of it, somebody was pointing red dots at some motherfuckers from his camp. The whole thing about him, that this doesn't necessarily pertain to the NBA, but I don't think that necessarily has to. The whole thing that came out about him coming out of the house after a skirmish with a 17 or 18-year-old dude, and he had a gun on him when he came out the house from having after that. And now, but I think the bigger thing is he sat down with Adam Silver and they had a conversation. And after that conversation, Adam Silver was convinced that Ja Morant was all right. And he even went to fucking some type of therapy or something for like a day or two, which
You
is
know,
some
he
fucking
didn't go to no
bullshit.
damn therapy.
Which is some bullshit. Even if he did like a day or two, that ain't shit. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? But it's all of that, and then to have something else happen after that. So it's just like you already had an 8-game suspension, right? Now you're like, this stuff is still happening and it's tarnishing the brand. Some people trying to talk about how, I forgot the player that was like accused and acquitted of like some domestic violence shit, and he got 30-game suspension. So they're like, that was actually something illegal.
You're thinking of not Mikal Bridges, but plays for the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, Bridges. His last name is Bridges, the Duncan motherfucker.
Yeah, but something. It's not Mikal. It's
Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges. And that was actually something illegal. So people were saying that, if somebody can do something, that if somebody can get accused of something that was actually illegal and only get 30 games, why does Ja Morant deserve more than 30 games? And the argument against that was, well, you have multiple occurrences of something like this happening.
Man, fuck that bullshit. He ain't shoot nobody. Ain't nobody get shot. Ain't nobody get hurt. The same way with the weak ass NFL when that white dude was beating on that damn black woman. They ain't do shit to her. Bitch beat the fuck up. He ain't get no fucking no nothing.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, let's not compare two different organizations, because one has an entirely different culture surrounding it, and it's almost at that point, when you cross borders like that, it's almost like comparing apples to oranges. Because of course, if you wanted it's a different conversation, because you're comparing it and you're talking about the moral character of a completely different organization.
Yeah, but
with the NBA,
we can't get mad at what people are more so into, or what the audience are like, or what people are more drawn to. Because at the same time, they all sports and they all the organization.
That is different though. They're different. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's nuanced.
It's still different.
It's nuanced. It's nuanced to it. Like, the culture surrounding football is completely different than the culture surrounding basketball.
It is,
and the thing that we're talking about is, and to the argument that you're making, how come they didn't say something about whoop de whoop de whoop? That's because that's not the culture of the NFL. The culture of the NBA, they don't want somebody who's potentially the face of the NBA portraying a certain character type. And you can't. I mean, any business is allowed to say.
Basically, we got another AI event on our hands.
Pretty much. Yeah. But you got to think though. Like,
I'm saying, for the most part, how they train, how they.
No, it's exact same. I would say that
AI ain't had no guns either. But go ahead, my brother.
No, he didn't. But they said AI looked like a thug because he was one of the first people that had cornrows and he'd get his hair done and he would wear bag clothes. But the reason everyone's like, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, it's like it's like for instance, like, did he shoot someone? No. Is he allowed to own guns? Yes. Is it legal for him to own guns? Yes. He's allowed to do all he wants in his free time. But at the same time, when you work for a job like that, it comes with rules, and he's just not following them. Like, for instance, like, when you're making millions and millions of dollars, and they tell you one thing, they tell you a handful of things you're not allowed to do. Like, for instance, in football. If you play football, they don't want you playing other sports. Like, they literally say, like, you can't play basketball. If you play basketball, they don't want you out there messing around playing football and any other type of, and it's literally in the people's contracts and stuff. And they're just like, because if you get hurt and now you're gone for the off seasons and stuff like that, and like plenty of sports people talk about all the time, because that's one of the things that they hate while they're there, is that they don't let them play other sports and stuff like that, because they want you to be, because if you're expecting someone to, like, oh, season's about to start, and they're like, oh, well, he just rolled his ankle playing basketball. They're like, what the fuck that nigga doing playing basketball for? He a receiver, and like he for us, and it's like, well, he gonna be out 3-4 weeks now. So it's like they don't want you to do that, and it's the same thing with guns. Like, they don't want the people on their thing to have that brand. Just like if you go to a job, and even if smoking's legal in California, jobs still have the ability to be like, we can drug test you, and if you're high and you smoke, we can fire you, even though it's legal. So I look at it just like that. It's the same thing as just being professional. So it's like, yes, he didn't do anything wrong, but at the same time, like, they're giving you millions and millions of dollars, and there's like a very few things, like, I'll trade positions with you, nigga. Like, oh shit, you don't want me to shoot and play basketball? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very, very small list of things I don't want you to do, and for the money. And it's like, and he's just screwing up, and that's why people, I feel like, are getting angry, because they're like, people are like, Ja, don't fumble the bag, man. You're like, you made it out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say made out. They said he had a good life. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if I say made out.
And then he left Lil Wayne on red.
That's crazy too.
Yeah, he did
Lil
leave
Wayne
Lil
reached
Wayne.
out to his camp, was like, I want to mentor him. And he was like, nah.
And this one quick point is that a gun in public or private is far more dangerous than a gun in a controlled environment like a gun range. I'm not saying that in a gun range a gun isn't dangerous. What I'm saying is
But
just a lot of stuff
If he
that can
was,
go
if
wrong.
he was at a gun range, no one would have said anything.
Right,
Would have batted
right.
like because he's doing
because
but
right.
He over there like on live with the gun and stuff like that. And it's like, come on, man, you just hurting yourself. And people are always
Right.
like, well, how is this different from LeBron? They have pictures of LeBron and Draymond,
And
other
they're at the
people
gun
with
range.
and they're at a gun range, and it's like, because they're at a gun range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. That's just like I mean, you can't drive over a speed limit. You can if you are on the fucking if you're trying to be a NASCAR driver, you feel what I'm saying? But it's just like if I go to the public doing that shit, it's a big problem. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yes, where you
Can't
at?
do it on the parkway.
I've been,
You feel what
I've
I'm
been-
saying?
I've been
Like-
loving these memes though. Y'all see the meme where it said they're gonna do a 40 for 40 documentary on Zion and Ja called Guns and Buns?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it had a picture of Squidward holding the gun. It said Jaws' response to the suspension.
What was the?
It was just Squidward holding the gun to the phone like this.
Oh, why Squidward? I don't get that one.
I don't know. I think you're looking too deep into it. But
I feel like I don't know how that's funny.
That's a joke.
Hold on, say it.
I don't know if that's a
you
joke.
asking
Funny because
questions.
it's Squidward,
I
nigga.
don't know.
Squidward's funny.
I don't know if that's a joke. Nigga didn't even. The nigga had a joke with no punchline. He was
It is 2023, bro.
He
Have
said-
you not seen memes?
He's like
Know what I'm
Squidward
saying?
holding the gun. Like
This nigga wanted.
I'm sorry if I want my jokes to make sense. Like my shit needs to
You
have.
want your joke to have a storyline. My joke did not have a story. It was just bam in your face. but
These niggas
But hell
different,
yeah,
yo.
but hell yeah, man! I've enjoyed the night. I hope y'all had a good time, man. We finna go ahead and wrap
This
thing
nigga
on
shush
up.
me. I have a good time.
I apologize, man. I ain't mean it like that. I was like, if anybody would have been talking right, I would have did the exact.
I
same
don't believe
thing.
that.
Hey,
I
That's
would
cap.
have did
That's
the
cap.
exact same
That's
thing.
cap. Fred,
bro.
you believe that?
Yeah,
You
this-
believe it was just, yeah. See how Fred looked down.
Man, my nigga
Yeah, Fred was
Drizzy,
like-
my nigga Drizzy done witnessed my disrespect.
Drizzy
the
over there,
years.
Drizzy over there in his mind looking, it's like nigga wouldn't have shushed me. Like, everyone
Yeah.
there, yo, you over there, you
Listen.
skip Bayless to me just now.
I had
I was Shannon Sharp and you skip Bayless to me.
my,
Look, listen.
Disrespect me, man.
He did apologize more than one consecutive times in the podcast. If he put the whole thing up,
He gonna cut that part out. He gonna cut out the part.
he can show that
It's
he
not
did
true.
apologize.
It's not true.
And then you just not accepting it. He did shush you.
Nah,
I wouldn't take that. Personally, my nigga can tell me hold on, do this and that, but he ain't gonna shh. And then you know what's so crazy though? Even if he do that, I ain't gonna shut the fuck up. You shut up.
I'm respectful.
You got quiet.
I'm respect. He's a big dude.
Big shit.
That's a big dude.
He a big. That my nigga, man. That nigga funny as fuck.
Nigga got guns in his house.
Nigga got wolves in the back. Guns in the house, wolves in the back.
I'm gonna make sure my mama don't watch this podcast. We talked about a lot of shit that I don't want her to hear,
Like what?
like pubic hair.
Oh, that shit fire. All right, man. We're gonna get ready to head on out, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, man. Before we get out of here, we're gonna get to the last part of the podcast, man. We're gonna talk about some motherfucking facts. We're gonna get to it, man. Hope y'all brought them with you. I hope they fire. That man Fred had the fireest fact. That man that fact was saucy.
I don't even remember what it was.
Everybody said like 80% of mothers eat off of their kids' plate.
Wait, what?
This
shit
man
was
said
lame.
80% of mothers eat off of their children's plates.
Probably like 85. Probably high.
You correct my fact.
That's the other percents. The moms were lying.
I don't know. I
Hell
be eating
yeah.
all my child's leftovers. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah. Who want to start with these facts, man? Passing them around. We got to pass them out like they, we got to deal cards or something.
I got one that I just peeled up because I once again came.
Yours must be
unprepared.
super fire. Drizzy, you want to go last?
My shit real facts.
Fact
All right.
My shit real old facts. My facts is from the beginning.
All right.
of time. Okay.
All right, there we go. We go.
All right. Well, this article says that Michael Jordan's flu game sneakers sold for 1.38 million.
That's some deep shit.
I can believe it too. You talking about the fucking flu games that he had on when he was had
Said he traded him to a ball boy.
a ball boy.
Yeah, but then
But what are you supposed to do with them type of shoes? You can't wear them because they might be broken down.
sell them at an auction
Save
for
it, sell 'em at an auction.
1.38
Yeah, I was about to
million.
say, yeah, I was like, that's what you do with them.
Yeah.
God
Shit.
damn, the shit, some shit you just had your feet in is worth.
You know how legendary you gotta be to
And you're
have?
not dead. Like
I know. I doubt he didn't tell anyone he at home he had a bunch.
That nigga,
you know,
they used to call that nigga
Wow.
Black Jesus, boy. You know how strong you gotta be to be called Black Jesus?
they call
That's
it
ironic that
Michael
you said
Jordan
something
Black
about-
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's what they. That's
They
what they.
call yes, they feared him.
That's what they call me in smaller circles.
I wasn't even gonna laugh, bro. I wasn't.
No, when Cordell cook, he cook. Hey, but the thing is, the nigga hoop the
He
same.
did- he
The
did.
nigga hoop the same way though.
He didn't put it in the pot.
The nigga hoop the same, but the nigga, you
So
be like,
basically-
Cordell don't do that. Then Cordell go to the goal, and all right, Cordell did that.
That shit go in though. But it go in
Don't
though.
tell me it be that bullshit, man.
Nah, it be more like I'll get hit and I get fouled like a motherfucker when I go to the paint, and I'll do some like weird like up and under shit. And they be like, "Man, that bullshit." And they're like, "We're going to the rim and shit." They'll be like, "You're gonna do that again." I have this one sideways driver that I always do off the side, like a scoop hook
This
shot.
man just revealed this whole game.
Oh well, no. I have this one side hook shot thing I do off the side of the rim that people are always like, that shit never should go in, but I practice it like all the time. So it's one
and
of
it
those.
always goes in.
So it's one of those
For
shots.
real?
So it's one of those shots where people are like,
So you mean to tell me I can bring the ball down the court, and if I need him to quit base, Big C, do that bullshit.
I can still get blocked.
Hey,
I mean, that's if I don't get blocked.
Motherfucker, you better not ever.
Hey, is that some? I be playing. We be playing with some tall ass niggas
I don't
sometimes.
get no. They ain't gonna drop my shit. You better not. If I say Big C, give me that bullshit, bro. I need.
He said, "Give me that bullshit."
I need a fucking.
I'm
If
going
he
in the
just
bag.
told me that
I'm
you
going
do
in the
that
bag.
shit,
I'm going in the
hey,
bag.
You better go all the way deep in that bag. You talking about so? I practice that shit. I make. All right, we
Nigga
gonna see this
practicing trick
Wednesday.
shots at
home.
I'm
Juan
good.
be killing me because whenever we go out, he be doing that for unproductive dribble.
My dribbling does not be unproductive. It's so very productive.
I know
Hey,
you're dribbling one.
Hey, he be over there saucing niggas up, but he don't ever go to.
I don't need to because I just rise up and shoot that mother.
That's what he always ends up doing. He just dribbles.
What that shot do though? All right, that's
He ain't
all.
been driving niggas to the goal.
He should be. I think he afraid because he too big.
Know.
I think-
He been-
Because
nah,
when I play
I'ma be-
against when I play
I'ma be
against
honest with you.
one, he don't bully me in the paint.
I'm gonna be honest with
And
you.
I tell him, I'll be like, "You purposely didn't bully me." He's like, "Yeah, I don't want to cave in your fucking chest." Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably like, I ain't going for that bullshit here on my team. Hey, drop the ball.
yeah.
Cause it's automatic.
He don't
point.
like. He don't like to drive. He don't like to drive.
No,
he
he
don't like.
don't.
He don't like to bully
He
people.
don't.
in
So
the
every
paint.
time I do, it's automatic.
He
It's
don't like. He don't
automatic
like to
point.
bully people
You
in the
know,
paint.
it's easy for me. I'm like, nah.
Because I told you, I've guarded him on the other side, and he don't like to bully. And I'll be like, "Damn, Juan, why didn't you just like
He
go?"
was-
And he
he
was
was
like, "I
really
don't feel like
just
fucking
taking-
you up right now."
He was just really probably just taking it easy on you, to be
Oh,
honest.
He said, I know he was.
Damn, bro, I want to hoop with y'all now, bro.
You shouldn't need to come here with us.
But
My
that
bad.
shot,
I-
but
I
that
kinda-
shot though,
I-
I really be chilling because I don't be liking to get tired doing all of this touching on men and shit. I like to really just look at you and be like, I'm finna shoot this and shoot that bitch.
My bad. I kind of derailed us with that joke.
You
with the
did.
G's
Let's
thing,
get
but,
to it,
yeah.
man. Let's get back to these facts, man. Goddamn, all of this ADD,
extra-
all this
extra
ADHD shit we got going on. What's up?
You know me. I kick it with the animal facts. Hashtag National Geographic. Hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards.
That shit fire. You want to go, Drizzy? You want me to go?
I can go. Humans, as a species, are more related to mushrooms and shrooms than anything else on Earth. We share 50% of DNA with mushrooms. We got identical shit. So our closest relative than anything on Earth is a fucking mushroom, a fucking plant.
I'm pretty sure it was the chimp.
I'm pretty sure that I'm more right than what you're saying right now.
I think that you wrong as
I think you're wrong, man. Nah, no, don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. I believe the 50% thing.
Yeah.
And because I know we share like 50% of our DNA with bananas.
Yeah, but we don't share
But
more
I-
so like
I
that
feel
shit
like
with
there's
chimps,
like
though.
98% of
No,
chimps.
yeah, we share a
It's
lot.
like it's a lot with chimps. It's like 98%.
It's like
So y'all
90.
calling my facts not facts?
Unfortunately.
It's just
I don't know if you fact check
all
that.
facts.
It's not all facts.
Yeah, the part about us being more related to them than anything else.
Now, I believe it's 50%? Yes, because we share like 60% of ourselves with like fruit flies, like 50% with bananas. We share a lot of our DNA with things like that. But I know for a fact, like chimps are like really, really high up there for DNA. I think.
Yeah, it's like 90.
I think it's like 97.
I really think it's 99. I think gorillas are like 98. Or it could have been 96 for gorillas and 98 for chimpanzees.
I don't know if they put them in an umbrella term, if they were just like primates, or if it's specifically they just did chimps.
Technically, it's bonobos that we're the closest related to.
What's a bonobo?
Bonobos. You don't know what a bonobo is?
Enlighten me.
A bonobo it's another great ape. You got they clap like when people talk about chimpanzees. A lot of times they're often talking about bonobos, but bonobos aren't patriarchal like chimpanzees, and they're not as violent, and they're very matriarchal, and they're typically peaceful, and nobody's ever been hurt by one. But we share more in common with them than actual chimpanzees and gorillas and orangutans.
Bro, I just tried to Google this shit and he came up with a whole store like pants.
Bonobo, I don't know how to spell the shit.
Nah, like right up under it is these monkeys, but
It's so racist. It's so fucking racist.
Man, these are just pictures of me.
Fred turned into Freezer for a second. These monkeys, bro. You gotta do the meme shit.
I got it, bro.
You got it.
I got it, bro. Fred turned into Freezer.
Fred was just on my Facebook, man. It was just-
ugly as hell.
Yeah, bonobos.
All right,
I am on your Facebook.
all right, so let me just rearrange my words with my family, man. We share 50% of the DNA with them strong guys.
Hey, that's a good fact. That's a good fact.
I did enough research just right then.
Hey, you know what? That's okay because as a man, we all grew today. We all
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
I
still
know.
Drizzy did just get the most man points today. He
Yeah,
said, you know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
When you man enough to on camera admit that you was wrong.
yeah. Hey, you know what? And your fact was still
I couldn't leave without backtracking.
Yo,
Bro, because
fact-
neither one of y'all was gonna let him live.
your
Y'all was
fact.
like,
Your
no.
fact. Well, I only brought it up because if it was going on the podcast, someone was gonna call that shit.
Yeah,
out.
somebody gonna call that shit.
Someone was
out.
gonna be like, "Hold on."
I just did enough research. Hey, make sure you zoom in and be like, nigga doing research. Why y'all just like, look at
Hey,
that nigga doing research.
we can cut that part where he said earlier. We can just have it with the 50%.
No.
No, we gonna have a clean cut now.
Oh, my fact is, I gotta come with some bullshit.
Real shit.
The most important person to have ever lived, as far as it pertains to their impact on actual society and their still long-lasting impact on society,
I appreciate that.
is not, and people might get mad at me for saying this. I'm talking strictly scientific.
You gonna say Hitler or something, ain't you?
No, it's not Hitler.
Oh.
It's not.
It's Tesla.
No, it's not Nikola Tesla. It's not even Mark Zuckerberg.
It's someone
Who, Einstein?
It's someone before you say it.
No.
You said people can get mad at you. So it's someone people don't like.
No. What I was going to say was it's even more of an impact of Jesus, because Jesus wouldn't have the impact of Christianity wouldn't have spread as far if it hadn't been for Constantine and the Holy Roman Empire. You feel what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that whole takeover, Christianity probably still would be localized in the Middle East the way that a lot of other religions had been. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for that whole ordeal and the conversion and so on and so forth, So Constantine, it actually probably would be more influential as far as the spreading of Jesus's name and all of this other stuff than Jesus himself, if that makes sense. But no, the most important man to have ever existed.
I know. Hold on. I know what you about to motherfucking say.
What am I? You do. I promise you don't.
Was this nigga on a boat?
No.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh,
No,
so you better
no.
play 20 questions.
No. It wasn't even Christopher
I was about to
Columbus.
say,
No. That's probably one of the greatest discoveries, but no. Events, not discoveries. His name is Fritz Haber. Fritz Haber
What the
was.
fuck Fritz did?
He is a chemist who essentially.
Oh, I know that nigga. That's the nigga with the face.
Face ass. Fritz Haber.
You know that shit, Big C.
Fritz Haber. Essentially. Want to make sure that I'm getting my fact right. Yeah. Essentially, Fritz Haber. Came up with. Ammonium, the fertilizer. And because what happens is nitrogen is very important for us. It's the fourth most abundant molecule in our bodies, right? After oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon or some shit, I believe. You get to nitrogen. And that nitrogen is abundant in the atmosphere, but we can't absorb it like that. The way that we get it is from plants, or if we eat an animal that eats plants, right? That's how we get all of our nitrogen. 100% of our nitrogen, that's how we get. Well, some of it we get through respiration, but most of it that we get to do whatever the fuck we do, it comes from plants and stuff. Well, you can't keep planting shit in the ground because the ground, after a while, loses nitrogen, and the plants come out weak, and after a while, the soil won't produce any.
Yeah, that's why you change different plots during the season.
Exactly. That's why you change different plots during the season. He, with his invention, 50% of all of the nitrogen in our bodies came from his discovery. And after he discovered how to produce the fertilizer, the population of the world skyrocketed from right around 3 billion people to 7.8. So he's directly responsible. He and his invention is directly responsible for the lives and the propagation of 4 billion people.
So it's that nigga's fault why my ramp's so high.
Yeah. And that because aside from void of that, there was no way for the earth to continuously replenish the nitrogen in the ground in order for us to have crops and to farm and to do all of our agricultural stuff to the scale that we do it. So everything that you eat, everything that you ingest, plant-based or animal-based, as long as it eats green shit, the reason why we're able to do that today is because of that nigga. So
I did not know that. That's a hard fact.
Tough.
I don't know if that makes him more important or if he's just an anti-hero at this point. Because at this point, everyone's like, this nigga starving. And people are talking about population control. China had a 1 baby rule limit.
Yeah. He also when he got his Nobel Prize in 1918 or some shit like that, a lot of scientists didn't attend because he was also responsible for creating so nitrate is the component in the fertilizer. It's also used in TNT. And it was used to start making bombs and shit. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. He killed a lot of people. It's also the same shit. It's also the same. His invention was also directly responsible for the gas that they used on the Jews in the Holocaust.
Damn.
So
the man giveth and the man taketh away.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, he's also responsible for like a couple of like 10 or so million deaths, maybe more than that. But like 4 billion, you get what I'm saying?
Billion, million,
That's crazy.
Nigga was like,
it evens out.
Nigga was making his fertilizer. He goes, this is gonna help out so many people. We're not. Either way, I'm getting paid. Like,
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. But y'all good. Y'all hearts and minds are clear, man. Y'all good. Y'all got anything y'all want to say to the people? Any wisdom? Anything?
Nah, man. I just want to say thank y'all for being here with us today, man. It's been a long. Well, my bad, Drizzy. Did I interrupt you again? Hey, I started talking first. If I interrupted you, my bad. Fred, you better not stop laughing, man.
I was just about to say,
I haven't even started.
Kanye made Jesus walk. That's all I'm gonna say in the club. But you got it, my nigga. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for coming and listening to the podcast today with everyone, man. Drizzy, Fred, Wolf Band, man, it's been a pleasure with y'all.
Talk to a big C. All right, I fuss with that.
Share this shit.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Like, share, subscribe. Damn, I turned into fucking
Elmer
Fudd for a second.
Man,
you better subscribe.
I need y'all to lock in, y'all. My niggas
but yeah, man.
I need y'all to lock in.
Niggas ain't been serious since the podcast started.
Hell no.
He said I need to. Yeah, for sure, man. Let's get to it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and continue to tune in with us, man. We appreciate all of your viewership, all your support, everything that you do as far as it pertains to the comment, the liking, and all of that good stuff. And this is the People's Podcast too. So also comment, engage with us. Let us know what you guys want to hear so that we can give you guys that from our perspective if you so want it or desire it. Fred, you got anything?
That was it.
The legendary London. You got anything, man?
Follow my OnlyFans.
That's not the
I'm
section.
gonna leave it in the description
I'm
below.
gonna be reading books.
Hey man.
Follow my OnlyFans, y'all. I'm be reading fucking books. That shit funny as hell.
It's called The Munch.
But nah. Shut the fuck up. Alright, so like man, I appreciate y'all even having me. You feel me?
For sure. Welcome back anytime, player.
West Side is the side, you know. all the
West
time.
Side is the side. Y'all know I get turned up when y'all talk about that West Side.
West Side is the side.
Yeah.
All the time we ride.
Yeah.
Even if we die.
Yeah, for sure. About to make me go slap ass crazy in
Was
the
that a Fast and Furious lyric?
Nah, that was just some gang shit.
Yeah,
All right, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We was in.
What Dom say?
Yeah.
Family.
And now we out, man. We appreciate y'all. Let's get it, man, y'all.